is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app, Nassau, Bahamas. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
Good morning. The power crisis continues. Multiple communities across New Providence with no power over the weekend. Grand Key and Abaco still without power. And 3 charged with the murder of a missing woman in Eleuthera. It's all straight ahead this morning. I'm Dwight Strachan, and this is Morning Blend.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day.
Good morning again, Bahamas. It is Monday, August 24th, 2026. This is Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Again, I'm Dwight Strachan. In a moment, D'Angelo Cartwright will be joining us. Also this morning, we're talking with Nassau Cruise Port about their Vibe Out 2, the end of summer concert. All the details coming up. And later in business, we're talking with NIB. They are getting ready for their 52nd anniversary. They'll tell us all about what's planned. But first, it's time for the overnight, the latest breaking news from while you're sleeping, and the top national and international headlines this morning. In the overnight, residents in New Providence suffering through another weekend of unreliable electricity as teams from BPL and Bahamas Grid Company work to restore power to some areas that have been off since the beginning of last week. The issues continued from Friday straight into Sunday in several different communities across New Providence. But of course, New Providence not alone. Grand Key, still suffering nearly 3 weeks into prolonged power outage. Little Grand Key residents are still awaiting long-promised relief that's been repeatedly delayed. BPL, in its latest update, said a replacement generation unit for the island was expected to ship from Grand Bahama yesterday afternoon and arrive in Little Grand Key this morning, barring any unforeseen delays. Before the latest update, BPL said the generator was expected to leave by Saturday, but residents have been waiting for the unit for well over a week. BPL Northern Regional Manager Marvin Green saying the delays are partly due to additional testing of the unit. He said on Saturday that the original target was for the unit to be tested, and the testing should have been completed earlier. A unit sent to the island earlier in the month to provide relief failed after just over a day of use. The lights first went out on August 4th because of what BPL said was an operational fault. The power company said it planned to bring in a rental generation unit from Moores Island as a replacement. However, when that unit arrived days later, BPL said it was damaged in transit. BPL later advised on August 11th that it restored power to Little Grand Key, but just 2 days later it said the island was experiencing another outage due to an issue with the unit. Police have accused 3 people of the murder of a missing Eleuthera woman. 31-year-old Rico Hepburn, 34-year-old Denzel Delancey, and 43-year-old Jaquita Cash Friday were formally charged with the August 11th murder of 34-year-old Katrina Kelly, whose body has yet to be recovered. She was allegedly last seen leaving her Eleuthera home with 3 people. Prosecutors allege that they killed Kelly and caused damage to her Nissan Cube. The accused were not required to enter pleas to the charges and were denied bail. They returned to court on February 4th for the voluntary bill of indictment that will send the case to the Supreme Court. The defense lawyer arguing that there was no evidence of a murder because police have not found a body. The magistrate telling the lawyer that the appropriate place for the argument is in the Supreme Court where the trial will be held. While rare, it's not unheard of for a person to be charged or convicted of murder without a body. Earlier this year, Emmanuel Fitzgerald was unanimously convicted of murder in connection with the 2015 disappearance of her boyfriend, Kenneth Russell, in Freeport. A police constable is facing charges following the death of his girlfriend's infant daughter. Police Constable Paul Thompson III, who was stationed at the Elizabeth Estates Police Station in New Providence, has been suspended from duty before his arraignment on Friday. Thompson denied that he exposed the 10-month-old Saisha Bartley to grievous harm. The charge stems from an incident that allegedly took place on Prince Charles Drive around 2 a.m. on August 14th. Thompson was allegedly driving with the baby unsecured in the front seat when he supposedly swerved and stopped suddenly to avoid hitting a car that pulled in front of him. The baby allegedly fell on the car floor and sustained serious injuries to the head and leg. She died a short time later at Princess Margaret Hospital. Police did not say how Saisha died, although pathologist Dr. Karen Sands is listed as a witness in Thompson's case. Thompson was granted $9,500 bail on the condition that he signs in weekly at the police station and wears an ankle bracelet and keeps a curfew. The matter has been adjourned to November. Police investigating a number of incidents, including 2 murders in separate incidents on Saturday. 2 men killed in the first incident shortly before 7 a.m. Saturday. Police were informed that a man was shot at a home on Joe Farrington Road. Officers dispatched to the scene found a unresponsive man lying face down in one of the apartments. EMS attended the scene and confirmed that the man showed no signs of life. So early investigations confirming the man had just arrived home when he was ambushed by 3 men who got out of a silver SUV, with 2 of the suspects being armed with high-powered weapons and the third holding a handgun. The suspects opened fire on the victim, who attempted to run into his home, but they followed him inside and continued to shoot at him. In the second incident, police were informed that sometime around 12 p.m. a man was shot on Gladstone Road. On the eastern side of the road, officers and EMS both responded to the scene and found the man with gunshot injuries. He was declared dead at the scene. The victim was conducting landscaping duties along the road when 2 armed men got out of a white Japanese vehicle and shot him before getting back into that car and was fleeing the scene. Officers assigned to Operation Black Scorpion were able to intercept the vehicle, where the occupants began to fire at police. Police returned fire. The driver of the car eventually stopped behind a home where 4 occupants got out of that vehicle, a woman and 3 men. The woman was the driver. The men ran and escaped over a fence, while the 18-year-old woman was taken into custody. A 32-year-old Nassau lawyer is facing stealing and receiving charges after he allegedly failed to return a cell phone and a laptop to his former employer. Matthew Walker is accused of stealing a Dell laptop and Samsung cell phone with a combined value of $838 from Gateway Ascendancy on July 30th. Walker chose to be tried in the Supreme Court when he appeared before Acting Chief Magistrate Ansela Evans. As a result, he did not enter pleas to the charges. Walker was granted bail and the matter was adjourned to February 7th for the presentation of a voluntary bill of indictment, which will send the case to the Supreme Court. Overseas, European leaders joining Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky in Kyiv today for official celebrations marking Ukraine's Independence Day as Russia pushes on with its 4-year-old invasion of the country. One of President Vladimir Putin's key goals in starting a war with Russia's neighbor in February 2022 was to place Kyiv in Moscow's orbit. Ukrainians voted overwhelmingly for independence in 1991. With no significant changes on the front line for months and no apparent progress after more than a year of U.S.-led peace efforts, the warring countries are locked in a spiral of escalating aerial attacks that are killing civilians and smashing infrastructure. And the embattled governor of Mexico's Sinaloa state has reversed his decision to return to his post, bowing to an extraordinary backlash from his own ruling party over accusations by U.S. prosecutors that he conspired with a powerful cartel to smuggle drugs into the United States. State lawmakers are expected to approve Governor Ruben Roca Moya's request for an indefinite leave of absence about a day and a half after he announced his return by claiming Mexican prosecutors had cleared him of the drug trafficking charges leveled against him by the U.S. Department of Justice. The rapid reversal demonstrated the authority Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum wields over her Morena party as she walks a fine line between trying to satisfy U.S. President Donald Trump, who says cartels control Mexico, and her progressive movement deeply wary of U.S. intervention. And Indonesia today intensifying ground and aerial firefighting operations as huge blazes in central and western parts of the country scorch thousands of acres of forest and peatland, creating choking haze that's blanketed cities and crossed borders. Indonesian authorities have been battling fires driven by the intensifying El Nino pattern and a prolonged dry season, generating dense smoke that's crossed into Malaysia and Brunei. According to Indonesia's disaster management agency, those fires remain active in several regions while large-scale suppression efforts continue in fire-prone provinces. And New Zealand's Prime Minister Christopher Luxon has unveiled a proposed law banning children younger than 16 from using social media platforms, citing what he said today was harm being done to a generation of young people. However, the bill hasn't yet attracted enough support to pass into law because two of the three parties in Luxon's coalition government will vote against it. Passage would require support from its opposition lawmakers, who have yet to decide how they would vote. There also wasn't enough time for lawmakers to hold a vote on the proposal before Parliament dissolved ahead of a November elections. Bills are required to pass 3 rounds of voting, usually over periods of months before they become law.
This is Sports Update.
In sports, the Bahamas senior men's national basketball team spending the last few days engaging in training camps before taking on Chile in a friendly matchup Saturday in Santiago. The Bahamian national team won that matchup 94-87 ahead of round 2 of the FIBA World Cup Americas qualifier scheduled to begin Thursday. Franco Miller Jr. led the way for Team Bahamas, turning in a team-high 30 points along with 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals. He scored 8 of 16 field goals, including 5 three-pointers. Dominic Bridgewater and Isaiah Mobley both pitching in 19 points apiece. Bridgewater recorded 19 points, 10 assists, and 2 steals. Mobley put together 19 points, you said, along with 8 rebounds and 5 assists. Grand Bahamian WNBA center Jonquel J.J. Jones returning from a left ankle injury in the New York Liberty's 109-102 victory against the Indiana Fever. In Brooklyn Saturday night, Jones went down with an apparent left ankle injury in the first quarter of the Liberty's previous game against the Chicago Sky last week and never returned to that game. However, she's back to her usual productivity against the Fever. The center contributing 19 points, 10 rebounds, and 1 assist while shooting 5 for 10 on field goals and 1 for 4 from long range in 29 minutes of action. It was her 5th double-double stat line and in the last 7 games and her 4th double-double in the last 5 games for New York. New York improving their record to 23-15 for 3rd place in the Eastern Conference and 6th place overall in the league. And Bahamian Major League Baseball player Jazz Chisholm Jr. went hard in New York's 88-3 triumph over the Toronto Blue Jays Sunday. The second baseman slugged a 2-run homer in the 2nd inning to help the Yankees put away the Blue Jays. That's sports, and that's the overnight. Time for your first look at weather. first look at weather for today. We've got a heat advisory in effect for the entire Bahamas as well as the Turks and Caicos Islands. Everyone's being advised to remain hydrated and limit outdoor activities during peak sunshine hours between 10 or 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. today. So a surface trough across the northern Bahamas will continue to produce showers and thunderstorms. Meanwhile, an approaching tropical wave is generating some unsettled weather across the southern islands. High pressure is maintaining stable conditions for the rest of the country, though, but a few showers or short-lived thunderstorms could appear, even though Saharan dust is laying across the archipelago. So for today, there is a slight to moderate risk of rip currents affecting eastern and southern shorelines for the southeast Bahamas. Beachgoers and swimmers should exercise caution in this part of the country. And the UV index, again, going to be in the very high to extreme range. And the level of dust from the Saharan dust may approach moderate levels, which could impact air quality and hinder visibility for the northernmost and southeast Bahamas. Residents with respiratory illnesses should take precaution. So your forecast for today, the extreme northern islands looking at partly cloudy to cloudy conditions turning fair tonight. You've got a 30 to 50% chance of widely scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. Similar story for the southeast Bahamas, partly cloudy to cloudy, turning fair to partly cloudy tonight, but a 30 to 50% chance of widely scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. For everybody in the middle, the northwest and central Bahamas, including New Providence, we're looking at partly sunny conditions today, turning fair tonight, about a 10 to 30% chance of isolated showers or thunderstorms. For boaters, winds southeast to south at 10 knots or less for the northernmost islands, falling light and variable at times. East to southeast at 10 knots or less, falling light and variable at times for the rest of the northwest Bahamas, and easterly at 15 to 20 knots for the central and southeast Bahamas, gusting at times for the southeastern islands. Temperatures today, we're looking at highs between 93 and 95 Fahrenheit, 95 especially for the northernmost islands and the northwest Bahamas. So that's about 34 to 35 Celsius. The heat index will make you feel like it's between 106 and 110 Fahrenheit for most areas. That's 41 to 43 Celsius. But up to 114 Fahrenheit, 46 Celsius for the northernmost islands today. Overnight lows tonight getting down to around 81, 82 Fahrenheit, 27, 28 Celsius. That's your first look at weather this morning. We'll have your extended outlook and look at the tropics coming up in just a bit. This weather check brought to you by Star General Insurance, made simple. It is time for a break, but when we come back, we're discussing the day's top stories right here on Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9, your home for fresh news and smart talk all day.
It's the start of the end of the old way. Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day.
Tired of banks forcing you to use technology to bank the way they want you to? Your convenience is important. So no matter what your banking needs, Commonwealth Bank's friendly staff are always available in branch for that personal one-on-one service. But when you choose technology, our online and mobile banking app offers you state-of-the-art functionality. The choice is yours. Commonwealth Bank. Bank the way you want.
Headed to South Florida soon? Holiday Inn Express in Plantation welcomes you to the heartbeat of Florida fun. Whether it's business or pleasure, the Holiday Inn Express is close to sensational shopping, captivating dining, and nightlife. Elevate your Florida experience. Sleep well and rest easy at Holiday Inn Express. Complimentary breakfast buffet featuring seasonal favorites. Keep up your fitness routine in our 24-hour on-site fitness center with cardio equipment and free weights, or take a refreshing swim in our outdoor pool. Your special Bahamas tourist rate awaits. Holiday Inn Express, 1701 North University Drive, in Plantation. Book your getaway now. Call directly at 954-472-5600 or the sales department for reservations and additional information.
Did you know that world-class medicine is just a quick flight away in Tampa? Tampa General is Florida's premier academic health system and one of America's top hospitals. Our global medicine program delivers advanced treatment options, assists with coordinating travel, and provides cultural support from a multilingual team. Discover the power of academic medicine at Tampa General's Global Medicine Program. For more, visit tgh.org/global medicine.
Wake up, it's a new day.
At CFAL, we understand that a secure future is the greatest gift you can give your employees. That's why our tailor-made group pension solutions are designed to fit the needs of both large and small companies. With CFAL, you can provide the retirement you and your employees deserve, ensuring peace of mind and financial stability for years to come. Join the many businesses that have already entrusted CFAL to create the right pension plan for their employees, and let us help you build a brighter future for your team. Visit us at cfal.com to get started on building wealth so you can live well. CFAL, growing wealth for future generations.
Looking to elevate your gadget game, or are tech troubles simply slowing you down? Escape to a world of innovation at Custom Computers, your go-to store for the latest cutting-edge tech. Whether you need to upgrade your life with the best from Apple and Windows, or your device needs a little TLC, the Custom Computers Know-How Store is the destination for unbeatable expertise and quality repairs. With 2 convenient locations, there's a Custom Computers near you on Patton Street in Palmdale and Cades Village, or call 396-1100.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day.
Every day in a busy world, we have to do so much. Bank with CIBC and get that personal touch. Share your ambitions, let us help your dreams come true. At CIBC, you're at the heart of all we do. We're on your side, we're listening, we know the way you feel. CIBC, ambitions made real.
In the world of business, technology is not a choice, it's a necessity. And for businesses that demand excellence, there's only one choice for unparalleled support and cutting-edge technology. Custom Computers. You have challenges and we have solutions. Computing, networking, storage, and printing for enterprises large and small, aligned with premium brands like HP, Microsoft, Konica Minolta, and more. Get tech done the right way with Custom Computers. Call the Know-How team at 396-1101.
Cool. I just paid my insurance premium online.
That is cool. But how about an insurance portal that does that and more? NUA Insurance Agents and Brokers gives you access to a full-service insurance portal where you can get an instant quote, renew, pay, and manage your documents. All fully online. With NUA, you have so much more than just a payment portal. You have a complete insurance portal. Start now with an instant quote at nuainsurance.com.
Orthopedics, where movement becomes medicine and treatments become triumphs. At Cleveland Clinic, it's more than just repairing what's broken. It's how we put ourselves back together to reconstruct, rehabilitate, and restore the things that give us life. The future of orthopedics is already in motion. For every care in the world, Cleveland Clinic.
Tired of banks forcing you to use technology to bank the way they want you to? Your convenience is important. So no matter what your banking needs, Commonwealth Bank's friendly staff are always available in branch for that personal one-on-one service. But when you choose technology, our online and mobile banking app offers you state-of-the-art functionality. The choice is yours. Commonwealth Bank. Bank the way you want.
New school year, new gear. From uniforms to laptops, a Fidelity personal loan can help you check every item off of your kid's school list. Jump into back-to-school season with ease. Apply for a Fidelity personal loan today. Call 356-7764.
Fidelity, we're good for you.
At
Everybody Wins Live, the winning is bigger, the action is hotter, and the excitement never stops. We're giving away thousands in cash and free spins every month through our high-paying casino tournament. From Spin-Off to Spin Rush to our high-energy slot race tournament, your next spin can turn into your next payday. But that's not all. Lottery players can chase the jackpot, where every $10 lottery spend gets you one step closer to bursting the next jackpot. Will you be our next winner? What are you waiting for? Visit Everybody Wins Live to see all the ways you can cash in.
Water connects us. It shapes our islands, our culture, our communities, and our future. The Current, ECHO, in partnership with Bahama Conservation and Sustainability, invites artists to submit work for At the Edge of the Water, a special exhibition presented during Bahamar's Climate Week. Artists are encouraged to explore themes including climate change, coral reef degradation, marine pollution, sustainable fishing, water conservation, and the cultural and historical significance of water. Selected works will be featured at The Current, ECHO at Bahamar, with the exhibition opening September 17th. The submission deadline is August 30th, 2026. Artists should submit an artist statement, exhibition proposal, up to 3 images of their work, an image list, current CV biography, and contact information as a single PDF. Submit your application to Avria Wright at avria.wright@bahamar.com. At the Edge of the Water, art inspiring dialogue, awareness, and action.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up.
We're back with Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. We're streaming live on GuardianTalkRadio.com and on the Guardian Radio app for smart devices. Also on your televisions on Cable Bahamas, Channel 969, and BTC Flow, Channel 612. You can tweet us at Morning Blend 969 or Facebook.com/Morning Blend 969. Text us on the Guardian Radio text line powered by BTC 422-4796. Standard text rate supply. Once again, I'm Dwight Strachan. In a moment, Deandra Cartwright will be joining us. Also this morning, we're going to find out about Vibe Out to the end of summer. Oh boy, it just hurts to say end of summer, right? End of summer concert that's set for this weekend. And I will get details about that from Nassau Cruise Port. And later in business, our series with NIB. They are getting ready to celebrate their 52nd anniversary. We'll find out about how they plan on doing that this morning. That's all ahead, but right now let's get into what else is in the news. And in the news, the power outages, the power woes, the power pain continues across the country, especially New Providence, but most especially for Grand Key and the Abacos. Unbelievable what's been happening to those folks up there. And we'll get into all of that in just a bit, the power issues with across the country. Interesting article in the paper today, in the Nassau Guardian today, asking where is the energy minister? Why is the energy minister quiet? Where is the absent minister? We're going to get into all of that this morning. But a couple of matters in the courts and some, just disturbing stuff that continues to happen. So 3 charged now with the murder of a missing woman in Eleuthera. Many have been following this story all week as everyone has been wondering what's been going on here. And Friday, 3 people were charged. Our Artesia Davis writing about this. So police have accused 3 people of the murder of a missing Eleuthera woman, 31-year-old Rico Hepburn, 34-year-old Denzel Delancey, and 43-year-old Chiquita Cash. Were on Friday formally charged with the August 11th murder of 34-year-old Katrina Kelly, whose body has yet to be recovered. So she was allegedly last seen leaving her Eleuthera home with 3 people. Prosecutors alleged that those 3 killed Kelly and caused damage to her Nissan Cube. The accused were not required to enter pleas to the charges and were denied bail. They returned to court on February 4th. To receive a voluntary bill of indictment that will send the case to the Supreme Court. So the defense lawyer, Benjamin McKinney, argued that there was no evidence of a murder because police have not found a body. The magistrate told McKinney that the appropriate place for the argument is in the Supreme Court, where the trial will be held. Now, while rare, it's not unheard of for a person to be charged or convicted of murder without a body. Earlier this year, Emma Jane Fitzgerald was unanimously convicted of murder in connection with the 2015 disappearance of her boyfriend, Kenneth Russell, in Freeport. So that has happened before. But everyone has been paying a lot of attention to this story. I know there's some disturbing voice notes going around. But we'll see. We'll see what comes out of this, and praying for the family and everybody involved here in this horrible situation. So that's one court matter, and then we were all wondering when this was going to happen, and it did happen on Friday. A police constable is facing charges following the death of his girlfriend's infant daughter. You remember this story? So Constable Paul Thompson III, who was stationed at the Elizabeth Estates Police Station in New Providence, was suspended from duty before his arraignment on Friday. Thompson denied that he exposed 10-month-old Shaisha Bartley to grievous harm. The charge stems from an incident that allegedly took place on Prince Charles Drive around 2 a.m. on August 14th. So Thompson was allegedly driving with the baby unsecured in the front seat of his car when he allegedly swerved and stopped suddenly to avoid hitting a car that pulled in front of him. This is, again, a 10-month-old baby unsecured in the front seat of a car. The baby allegedly hit the floor and sustained serious injuries to the head and leg. She died a short time later at Princess Margaret Hospital. Police did not say how Saisha died, although pathologist Dr. Karen Sands is listed as a witness in Thompson's case. Thompson was granted $9,500 bail on the condition that he signs in weekly at the Elizabeth Estates Police Station, the same station where he was stationed, and wears an ankle bracelet and keeps a curfew. The matter has been adjourned to November. Wow. And police investigating a couple of murders over the weekend, and including one that happened on Saturday afternoon. A man shot on Gladstone Road in broad daylight, 12 o'clock, while conducting some landscaping work on the eastern side of the road. Police and EMS both responded to the scene and found the man with gunshot injuries. He was declared dead. The victim was conducting, again, the landscaping duties along the road when two armed men got out of a white Japanese vehicle and shot him before re-entering the car and fleeing the scene. Officers assigned to Operation Black Scorpion were able to intercept that getaway vehicle in the Allen Close area where the occupants began to fire at police. Police returned fire, and the driver of the car eventually stopped behind a home where four people got out of the vehicle, including the female driver and three men. The men ran and escaped over a fence, so they are on the run. But the 18-year-old woman was taken into custody. Detectives say they recovered the weapons and a quantity of ammunition from the scene. Wow. Okay, let's get, I don't know if we can get much reaction from it. I don't know if we can get that much, but let's get a little bit, I guess. DeAndre Cartwright's joining us. Good morning. Good to have you with us.
Good morning, Dwight. Sean, happy to be here.
Just so much going on in this place.
Definitely a lot of activities going on this weekend, and not the positive ones. I'm not sure what's happening. I think we had a bit of a lull, and now it's seemingly picking up.
I don't know if we did.
Well,
there were little things happening. I think people have been so distracted by
the power outages,
and some other things that they're not paying attention. There's a steady stream of fatal shootings every week in the country, especially here in New Providence. And I think once people start tallying numbers, they're going to say, "Well, hey, what is this?"
Definitely. Could agree with that.
It's definitely not been a lull.
No, I was passing downtown, I think that was either Friday or Saturday, going through, and I was like, why is this so dark? And I'm like, okay, the lights are still off. How is this?
What time is this?
This is in the evening time.
Oh yeah, we'll get to the BPL in a second. But yeah, that's been a nightmare, a long nightmare.
What nightmares what some of these families are going through with all of these shootings.
Yeah, definitely, and especially with the situation in Eleuthera.
No, that is scary. That is so scary. And there are multiple stories going around as to the reasonings behind it, what other crimes it may be connected to, allegedly. We don't know what to think.
No, we don't know. No, we don't know right now.
That is
my goodness. Yeah.
On Eleuthera Family Island.
Well, I don't know if it makes a difference much anymore.
No, crime has steadily been on the rise, I feel, in our family islands, and that's not a good thing. And some of our family islands, some of them are still relatively untouched.
Yeah.
But I find that when they do happen on certain islands, it tends to be extreme.
Yeah, but it isn't random, right? And
No.
that's a good thing. It's hardly random. Sometimes it is. Sometimes, but often, connected to something else.
Yeah.
Boy. All right. So, again, let's get your quick reaction. 323-6232. 325-4316. 325-4259. Call us toll free. 242-300-5720. Tweet us. Facebook us. Text us. 422-4796. We'll get to BPL in a second. Caller, good morning. You're live on the air.
Good morning to you, Dwight, and also Miss Cartwright, right?
Hi, good morning. Yes.
Yes. As you read your report a moment ago on terms of crime, I did hear you said that the defense lawyer is saying that you cannot without a body. Read that again for me.
Well, she's just lawyering. But, he tried to make a case that, I'll read the exact sentence. Defense lawyer Benjamin McKinney argued that there was no evidence of a murder because police have not found a body.
So this is what lawyers do with human being, play semantics, eh?
That's what they do.
I hope the public at large is listening. So this is how this country at large is in dilemma because of the semantics that lawyers play with people's lives and the welfare or the well-being of people. But Mr.
Well,
Cartwright,
before you go on, other lawyers will have to make the case, and hopefully they'll present a strong case, and a jury of their peers will determine what to do with them.
Yes. Ms. Cartwright, are you a mother?
And not so many words, yes.
Do you believe from where you stand, being structured out of Long Island, which I know the roots very well, do you think this is a normal spirit over the Bahamas?
When you say normal spirit, what is your definition of a normal spirit?
Well, I'm over 70.
Mm-hmm.
But as a boy, it appeared to me like the public at large is becoming numb to the social ills that we have. And sometimes I'm baffled at this age to see the subject matter. The issue is still politics of the day. And to me, in our country, it appeared to me that we have made politics our first religion rather than dealing with the social ills and the poorly socialized people now we are seeing in this country. Greed is one of them. I think greed don't have a price. And the list continue. And there go my pet peeve. I think my friend now is believing me. The family structure is in a dilemma. Are you seeing that?
So I just wanted to address the point on being numb. I think, when a society is exposed to the frequent crimes happening, it becomes a norm to expect to hear that type of information. And we can look at statistics of certain crimes across several decades, even several years, recent years, and we can see the increase there. So I would say that, frequent exposure to certain things would cause you to become less sensitive to it, right? Now, when we talk about spirit and looking at the family structure, I am not sure if I completely understand when you talk about family structure and the breakdown of the family structure contributing to this.
Can I jump in here? You keep doing this. It's a lot of people who are obsessed with politics in the country, absolutely. But this is not across the country. This is not everybody. Not everybody. And a lot of people are still concerned about family structure and what's happening with the breakdown society. It is not getting the attention of the politics and the very heinous crimes, but this isn't across the board as yet. But people are becoming more desensitized without a doubt. But this is not everybody. And we're not alone in this. This is all over the world. Politics, people are obsessed.
Yes. I don't think it's that our society has become more important than religion. Maybe for some persons.
Okay.
But
I don't know about that. No.
For some persons.
I mean, it's definitely...
For some people, yes, it is. But not for the masses.
If you were to do a survey...
We need to do more of those, Dwight.
But it would be more people with the politics than religion, without a doubt. Caller...
I think for different reasons.
Well, yeah. Sure. Well, you could see some results a little bit faster with one than the other.
No, but
and I think that's what.
No, I think that is the reason why some persons would believe in more.
Yeah, exactly.
But it also depends on who you are and who you're
you
connected
could easily
to within
change
the
it.
church or which community you may
What?
be in.
Okay, sure. This is a whole other show. But fine. Caller, good morning.
Can you reach
You're
your
on.
pastor or your politician quicker?
Depends on who you are.
See, exactly.
Right.
That's what I said. Depends on your constituency.
Very interesting question.
No, it is. Can you depend on your politician?
But I mean,
or your
again, which
pastor?
one's going to get you the results faster?
And it depends on what you want. Depends on who you are, what you want, and where you are. Like, it's so many variables. So you always
And are they your only two options?
Well, no.
Why are they only two options?
Those are the primary options.
For who?
For persons inside the community.
That's also.
But it also
that's
depends
a big
to,
part
again,
of the
too
problem.
many
That's a
variables
big
because
part
it
of the problem.
depends on what it is.
That's your only two options.
For example, let's look at these back to school things, right? Who all doing it? It's between the politicians and the church, and then you have some community groups that are doing it, right?
So Guardian just hosted
Right.
one.
And so that's supplementing what's going on from these other groups. So now is one instance where you have multiple avenues of support. Where we're talking about ongoing food assistance or whatnot, where are you going? So again, I feel like, it's too many variables to say one or the other. And then there are also grassroots organizations and other organizations that are helping. But as you say, another show.
Yeah. But that's an interesting topic. We've got to
I like that.
explore
Can you
that.
depend on your politician or your pastor? I want to hear it because
I tell you. And B, why only those two? Caller.
I don't know, family.
I'll write it
I
down.
promise you it's different.
We'll plot
I
this show
want us to
out.
do that, but
We've
also
gotta
we
do
have
it.
to bring the family island contacts in there because I guarantee you, certain islands can say they could reach their
They
pastor.
won't
or
even
priest
have
quicker.
two options on
That's
some
what
of the family
That's what I'm
islands.
saying.
Clearly 1.5.
Or even
Or
just one.
0.5.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. 0.5 options. Caller, good morning. You're on the air.
Hello, are you calling out to me now?
Yes, you're live.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, I really wish one of these mornings I can wake up to a good morning, and I'll probably tell you good morning, Dwight and co.
No, wait, every morning is a good morning. What do you mean? You mean like good news only?
Well, you see, what I see coming across this wave that your previous caller talked about seems to be a cloud of uncertainty, and I would perhaps see most uncertainty coming in. But I could label some of it because I realized that there was an individual who claimed that the buck stops with him. And I would imagine he would be the one who can go into Parliament and clearly state that if you are found with a weapon, the penalty could be so severe that anyone who has a weapon would try to melt it. And I mean, turn it into something else that's usable. But because the buck really doesn't stop and this is what we're looking at here, the buck just pauses and continues going. Parliamentarians have the mandate to fix this because it's beyond the citizens' control unless you want to allow me to have my weapons too, but you're not going to do that. So if the buck stops with you, prove it. Prove that you are able to go into Parliament and say, if you know, because we see collusions now happening with these murders.
Okay, now, before you go on, because you're digging a very big hole, I just want you to not take that out of context. When that individual you talked about said the buck stops with him, that was when he was asked about the minister responsible for what bucks we were talking about, right?
Right.
And so when people are saying, where is that person? Then he said the buck stops with me. So I don't think you should assume that he means the buck stops with him for everything.
Well, I'm saying that he appoints these ministers, and
Mm.
there's a minister that deals with. We should have a minister of crime to deal.
You have a minister of national security,
yeah, well,
and a
I would
commissioner of
rather
police.
name that just specifically to deal with crime,
Mm.
so that the person so that the buck, because if I appoint you the minister of crime, the buck really stops with the person who appoints you, right? Because you have to actually get instructions how you're going to.
It's several people, Attorney General too, Attorney
but
General.
But don't you feel as though if the laws were stiffer, then the judges won't be able to say, well, look, you know, 100 years? No. The death penalty? Yes. Right away. I mean, you know if you pull this trigger and this person dies, tomorrow you die. What's wrong with that? Tell me what's wrong with that, Dwight.
The biggest challenge in this country seems to be convicting people of the things they're accused of doing, right? And getting them to trial in a timely manner.
But once you are convicted, in whatever long and timely it takes, that day after you're convicted, get rid of this appeal system and let's put you away.
Well, I mean, I don't know. That's fair.
I think due process is required.
That would be unfair.
Right. When are we going to deal with it? Because it's escalating.
Mm-hmm.
It isn't. It isn't like we're saying one every month. We're saying we're waking up every morning, and you calling it good morning. To this.
Well, let me tell you something. Your call and the previous caller, it's all related, right? The breakdown of the family structure, because so many people have the double standards where it's fine, right? They're saying the same thing you're saying. But when it comes to their son or daughter, then they're going to say, no, you can't do it. It's not fair. Be fair to her. Oh, you need to know what the situation is and all this and all boo, 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 right? And so it's all related. The breakdown of the family structures led to the breakdown in the moral compass of the country. And so we've got all these double standards, and people are very happy to have concurrent sentences, which end up being 3 years often for some people, as opposed to being locked up for as long as possible. But it is all related, and something has to be done. But it appears that so many people are, compromised, or have individuals in their family who are compromised that they will turn a blind eye to all the horrible things happening in the place.
But there are some parents who would wish these kids could get out of their lives, I mean, think about it. They mightn't say it, but I feel as though the buck stops with those who legislate the laws that allow it to continue. All right?
It should. It should. Thank you so much. Yeah, okay, well, we'll see. Okay. But I hear you. But I believe that day is coming when we wake up and there'll be nothing but good news to talk about.
Let's keep hope alive.
Oh, boy. I mean, what will come before that? Now, that's another story. To lead to that day. Ooh. Oh, boy. The rapture? I have no idea.
What you cross the religious people call it.
I mean, the only way that could happen.
Oh, my goodness.
This texter says that woman who was the driver, she is just as responsible for those that shot the guy, so I want her to face multiple charges until she gives up the actual shooters. Our prosecutors should not give her a break because she's a woman. Okay. I don't want to hear these women feminists asking to be lenient. You would never hear that. You would never hear that. Don't make up things in your mind. You're not going to hear that. That's crazy. Okay. Based on a situation, you don't need a body to determine someone is dead. The Defense Force has a memorial every year in May to observe. Okay, I don't know why you had to make that point like that. That was not necessary. We just told you in that article that it's happened before. This texter says, hey, there are a lot of conspiracies around us, but some things aren't conspiracies. Habeas corpus is well-established legal principle. It's used to protect people from malicious prosecution in their absence. Imagine if the government could go to court and successfully prosecute you for all kinds of crimes in your absence without you given the opportunity to defend yourself. The principle applies to criminal defendants' rights as well. Is this related to what we were talking about here?
No.
I don't understand.
It's not for you to understand, right?
Okay. Let's take this call. Caller, good morning. You're live on the air.
Yes, sir. Good morning to all.
Good morning.
Yes, the first caller talked about greed, right? But what I see is the greed from who? I see the greed of our leaders. We have people that make money when they're sleeping and think that's a good thing. But that's a terrible thing. That's feudalism. You understand me? The lords, landlords, and lords of industries and things like that. That's the problem right there. And the people who are doing the labor can't get a break. You see, you have a lot of what you call it inventions, right? Or new things come about like AI and the like. But AI, remember when there was like 60-hour work week? Now it's 40. You understand me? And then when you have these advancements in technology, the work week should drop, but the pay should not drop. You understand me? Why was there a need for national insurance? Why was there a need for reduction of the work? We're not concerned about those things. Always saying, hey, we got to do this AI, we got to do this and do that. But no concern about society. Society is everybody, especially the poor among us. We have no regard for society. You had a show out yesterday, right? I asked the educator, what about reading? She told me, but they reading is in every subject. I tell her, I forget to tell her, but I'm a queen. I don't. You went to Queen's College, right, Dwight?
I did, yes.
Did you have a lab when you went up? Because in 1973, we had a reading lab in Queen's College. Was that there when you came?
I believe so.
Okay.
I remember it. Uh-huh.
So where these people are, they come on this radio, these educators, these administrators, and talk about what's going on, but nothing is changing. No results. You have a child. Why should you teach a child religious knowledge in college and school? They go to church every Sunday.
You assume they go to church every Sunday.
I mean, shoot, but there ain't no place to teach no religious knowledge when you can't read. And you can't do it, you know what I mean? Arithmetic, not mathematics, arithmetic. Come on, what's the use of knowing the coat of arms and the national anthem and you can't read and write? Or not write, but you can't read and do it arithmetic? These are the basics.
Unfortunately, some of our students don't even know the national symbols.
Child to go all the way to high school and can't read properly and do no arithmetic. That's an excuse for that. But anyway, thank you much.
Okay. All right. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Okay. Interesting text messages coming in. This person says here, folks forget that not everyone arrested is guilty. So no appeal. This is a response to one of the callers. And next day execution, the only people who would die would be poor people and people who the politicians hate. So the person is saying, yes, this is related. The habeas corpus thing is related because you can't prosecute for murder without a body. That's the literal interpretation of habeas corpus. Present the body or something like that. Ask a lawyer they know. I mean, okay. Every case is unique, right? And based on what we're hearing, I don't know what you're suggesting, but they have enough evidence. This is why they're being charged, right? So, but...
Sounds like they're saying without a body, the people are innocent. That's what they're trying to say.
I don't know if that's how they really feel, but that's a very dangerous thing in every scenario. We got to go to the news. We'll pick up on the other side. We'll get into BPL and a whole lot more this Monday morning. This is Morning Blend on Guardian Radio. Only Monday. Oh, boy. Here on Guardian Radio 96.9.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app. Nassau, Bahamas.
Welcome back to Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. We're streaming live on GuardianTalkRadio.com and on the Guardian Radio app for smart devices. We're also on your televisions on Cable Bahamas, Channel 969, and BTC Flow, Channel 612. You can tweet us at Morning Blend 969 or Facebook.com/Morning Blend 969. Text us 422-4796. And now at 8:18, time for another check of your weather for today, brought to you by Sherwin-Williams. So we've got a heat advisory in effect for the entire Bahamas, as well as the Turks and Caicos Islands. And a surface trough across in northern Bahamas will continue to produce some showers and thunderstorms across the area. Meanwhile, an approaching tropical wave is generating some unsettled weather across the southern Bahamas. And high pressure is maintaining stable conditions across the rest of the country, although a few showers or short-lived thunderstorms could appear even while Saharan dust lays over the archipelago. So hot and humid conditions will continue across the country this week. Hazy conditions at time as a result of that plume of Saharan dust that's going to move in and out of the area. Another tropical wave will drift westward across the southern islands by the middle of the week, and troughing near the northern islands will introduce some moisture, producing some unsettled weather through Thursday. So ahead of that and for today, there is a slight to moderate risk of rip currents affecting eastern and southern shorelines of the southern Bahamas. And the Saharan dust may reach moderate levels, which could impact air quality and hinder visibility across the northern and southeast Bahamas today. So your forecast for today, the northernmost islands and the southeastern islands looking at partly cloudy to cloudy conditions today, turning fair to partly cloudy tonight, with a 30 to 50% chance of widely scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. Everybody in the middle, the northwest Bahamas, including New Providence, and the central Bahamas today, looking at partly sunny conditions, turning fair tonight, only about a 10 to 30% chance of isolated showers and thunderstorms. Temperatures, we're looking at highs around 93 to 95 Fahrenheit, between 34 and 35 Celsius. The heat index will make you feel like it's 106 to 110 Fahrenheit for most areas, 41 to 43 Celsius. But the extreme northern islands, looking at a heat index making you feel as hot as 114 Fahrenheit, 46 Celsius. Overnight lows tonight getting down to around 81, 82 Fahrenheit, 27, 28 Celsius. In your extended outlook for Tuesday, tomorrow, partly cloudy, with about a 20 to 30% chance of showers with thunderstorms. Pretty much the same for Wednesday. Thursday, a slight uptick in rain chances, 30 to 50% chance of showers with thunderstorms. And by Friday, a mix of sun and clouds as rain chances jump up again by Saturday. In the tropics, we're watching a couple of areas. We've got an area of low pressure a few hundred miles southeast of Bermuda that has about a 50% chance, a medium chance of becoming a short-lived tropical depression or storm in the next couple of days. And then in the eastern tropical Atlantic, we've got a tropical wave expected to move off the coast of Africa later today. An area of low pressure could form along the low and has about a 50% chance of deepening into a tropical depression during the middle to latter part of the week. We'll watch that one for you. Well, that is your morning blend weather check. Weather check brought to you by Sherwin-Williams. Professionals choose Sherwin-Williams for dependable performance and premium finishes. Visit your local Sherwin-Williams store today. And it's time for a check of traffic brought to you by NUA Insurance Agents and Brokers. All right, so we're expecting traffic to be a little bit heavier today as the public school system teachers return to the classroom. UB is open for classes today, and so look out for a bit more congestion on the streets. And we are seeing in your real-time traffic, we've got Milo Butler Highway seeing heavy traffic from Fire Trail all the way up to Tawny Williams-Darling Highway. And that's northbound. And Blue Hill Road also busy for you near Carmichael. Both directions, actually. But especially north of Soldier Road on the way to Independence Drive. You can see that slow-moving northbound traffic. Independence Drive, heavy traffic, but manageable both directions right now. East Street South, slow-moving northbound traffic. North and south of the Soldier Road intersection. And Soldier Road near Windsor Place looking busy for you. Old Trail also seeing some slow-moving northbound traffic, and Robinson Road, heavy traffic for you west of Soldier into Marathon, that's westbound. Marathon Road northbound also some heavy slow-moving traffic there. Pockets along Prince Charles Drive at the major intersections at this hour. Those are your hot spots. That's your real-time traffic and your morning blend traffic alert brought to you by NUA Insurance Agents and Brokers. You don't need a free afternoon to take care of your car insurance. You just need a few minutes. With NUA Insurance Agents and Brokers, you can get an instant car insurance quote, buy a new policy, or renew an existing one, pay your premium, or access your insurance documents all online. Discover everything a full-service online portal can do at nuainsurance.com.
You shop at Sherwin-Williams then. Don't get the best service in the Bahamas then.
The love is really, really strong in Sherwin-Williams. We don't just sell paint. We service you with a smile, good hearts, mind, soul, and body. And we love our customers as much as we love ourselves.
Yes, real talk.
I'm not just saying this
Real talk.
to impress myself.
We love to go beyond with customer service. So they feel delighted to come in Sherwin-Williams because they know I can either see Dee Dee, or I can see Shelly, or one of our other wonderful staff members. We treat our customers with the respect of our boss because there are many paint companies they could choose to go to. No, baby. If they go to some other paint companies, so I gonna get this little thing at the end of the week.
We want to make sure you get that little ting, Shelley. Come visit Shelley and Dee Dee at Sherwin-Williams Bahamas, and you'll surely find color in every day.
Get your dream home with a mortgage from CIBC Caribbean. Enjoy up to 95% financing and up to 35 years to repay with extra benefits and bonuses. Ready to move into your own home? Visit CIBCCaribbean.com/home ownership to see the documents required for your mortgage application and get the information you need to start your home ownership journey. Unlock your dream home today with CIBC Caribbean. Ambitions made real. Terms and conditions apply.
Back to school just got easier at Carey's Fabric and Uniform Store on Mackey Street. We've got school shirts with official embroidered logos for R.M. Bailey, S.C. McPherson, A.F. Adderley, Kingsway, Queens College, L.W. Young, and many more. From shirts and blouses to jumpers, skirts, shorts, and pants, we've got uniforms for almost every school in the Bahamas. So, skip the stress and shop at Carey's today. Call us at 393-0758 or 817-0758. That's Carey's Fabric and Uniform Store, where back to school shopping is a breeze.
Hey, did you ever sort out the car insurance?
I thought you did.
No, I sent it to you.
You sent me the reminder.
Okay, hold on. Okay, done.
Done?
Yeah, renewed, paid.
NUA Insurance Agents and Brokers gives you access to a full-service insurance portal where you can get an instant quote, renew, pay, and manage your documents, all fully online. With NUA, you have a complete insurance portal. Start now with an instant quote at nuainsurance.com. Running low on summer funds? Squeeze every drop of fun out of your summer with Fidelity Personal Loan. From backyard upgrades to family getaways, Fidelity is here to help. Call 356-7764 today.
Fidelity, we're good for you.
Wake up.
The islands are calling. Escape the crowds and traffic. Dive into crystal clear waters and feel your stress just melt away. Explore scenic natural wonders and rediscover your Bahamian roots. Go back to the islands with BOB's Ultimate Island Escape promotion. For your chance to win, apply today for a BOB consumer loan or BOB Visa Gold credit card at bankbahamas.com. Win big with BOB, your bank of solutions. Terms and conditions apply.
Did you know that world-class medicine is just a quick flight away in Tampa? Tampa General is Florida's premier academic health system and one of America's top hospitals. Our global medicine program delivers advanced treatment options, assists with coordinating travel, and provides cultural support from a multilingual team. Discover the power of academic medicine at Tampa General's Global Medicine Program. For more, visit tgh.org/global medicine.
Of the blades of the grass in summer, parachutes for the free fall of being younger. I memorize the sound of your barefoot steps, running wild. It's been a long time. Life has ways of leaving those days behind, but seeing you tonight, I remembered I loved you. Came back when it mattered. I saw you standing there in the light of the window, wearing that same smile. When it's been a while, but I knew it, I knew you. I knew it, I knew you. I knew you. Oh, your blues like a mood ring changing.
Welcome back to Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Dwight Strachan along with Deandra Cartwright on this Monday morning.
Mondays.
Monday, yeah.
Beautiful day is that. We get to bring y'all everything that has happened over the weekend. And boy, was Nassau funky this weekend.
Well, when is it, Doc? When is it?
I still feel like some Mondays have been more quieter recently. I feel like
Where
that.
have you been? No.
And sorry, what do people say? In Unicorn Land and Rainbow Land
La
and
La
stuff like that.
Land.
La La Land.
Mm-hmm. Fairy tales. Yeah. Coming up, though, we're going to be talking about the end of summer. Oh, boy. How is that possible? Huh?
Now we've come to the end.
Although, as an adult, do you experience summer anymore? I mean,
I feel like there are certain practices we don't really get out of because even when you, I guess, evolve from being a student, it's still that feeling that summer is supposed to be the free time, the fun time, and whatnot. But also, when you have children, you have no other way of escaping that because they're free. So if you don't make yourself free,
painful time.
Well, that part. That's why you got to keep them active. You enroll them in summer camps and things like that. You
send them away.
Well, if that's the case, then you do whatever. If you have family on the islands, you also do that. But I find that if they're not in school, best thing is just to keep them involved. But no, I feel still as adults, it seems like for some folks, that's the time to take a vacation, but not like that. Personally, no, I feel like every month feels the same.
Right?
But for some people,
because it was just March yesterday.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. It's like every month is the same, but some of us have had different types of careers and exposures and things like that too. But bringing the kids back into it, and then also it's like we go through cycles, right? Not just commercially.
I don't even know what year it is. Because it's just a blur. Everything is rolled into one.
Time flies when I feel like when you're older. Like when you're younger, it seems so much slower. Like when you're a child, but when you become an adult, it's like a month feels like a day. Yeah. And just goes by quickly. But no, I still feel like there's a feeling of summer. And then think about it. You have all of the parties and things like that too, right?
What parties?
Where have you been, Dwight? Like there was this big one, I think that was last weekend. And somebody was like, well, did you go to that? No, I like my bed.
Who are these parties for?
Humans,
Children.
adults. No, they're for adults. That's just what I'm saying. People capitalize on summertime being a time to woosah, to have fun. And then apparently you get back into the swing of things.
I feel like there are more events in the fall, aren't there?
They're more quieter events, I think.
Quieter?
Yes.
More adult events.
There are some adult events that are happening in the summertime as well. I don't think the heat has been bothering anybody to that extent with how many different parties I have seen, been invited to.
I don't think this is right, what you're saying. But okay, anyway. But there is a big end of summer concert coming up this weekend, and NASA Cruise Sport is going to be here to tell us about that. Looking forward to that discussion. Then later, NIB is celebrating. They've got their 52nd anniversary, and they're going to tell us about that as well.
Right.
So that's all ahead. But let's get to BPL, as we said we would. Very quickly, the power crisis continues. Multiple communities had no power over the weekend. And as if this is like is it the Three Stooges or some sort of comedy show? But Friday, workers from Bahamas Grid, there apparently are workers from Bahamas Grid. Did you know that? They have people working
Oh,
there?
they have people working
Apparently. And BPL, they hit a water line in the Lewis Street area on Friday as they attempted to dig for a cable fault that led to the outages. Remember the outages on Thursday and Friday in downtown. So while trying to locate that fault, they hit the water line, which caused there to be no water for the people in that area. And it just, it's just crazy.
I mean, to be fair, Dwight, to be fair, sometimes our utility companies don't speak to each other, right? They don't work together. Do BPL folks actually have an idea of where these lines are? Because I feel like
that's one scenario, right? Or the people who are working are new and don't know anything.
Well, maybe that could also be one. I want to be fair because every time I feel like we get new roads, right? Couple weeks, even couple days after, it gets ripped up to put in either to fix pipes or to fix wires or whatever like that. I'm like, if y'all all talk together, talked.
To be fair, as you say, now of late that doesn't happen as much.
What you mean?
They dig it? They'll have to?
No, that happened downtown a couple of weeks ago. I was like, this just got paved.
Again, to be fair,
and they came in the nighttime.
They've been telling us that they weren't finished with the paving down there.
No, that wasn't paving. It was already paved.
No, they're saying that wasn't really done. There was more to be done. So
listen, I saw
that was just to make
setup,
it not horrible
right.
anymore.
Okay, the whole
so it wasn't the whole
strip.
paving.
The whole strip was paved.
Well, to make it not as bad as it was.
Listen, that was a part of my commute, like all the time, right? So that particular portion, I saw I think it was water and sewage people in the evening time. It's like they were hiding while they were doing the digging and whatnot like that. I was like, y'all can't be serious. But anyway, and going back to the roads, this ain't got nothing to do with what we're talking about right here, so just sticking a pin. Can we please get the lines painted back on the road, please? There are certain roads that don't have the lines, so people don't know if it's a turning lane, so they're taking up both lanes. You have persons who don't know some of the traffic lights are censored because they ain't got no line to say, come up to that particular point. Could we please get the lines back in the roads?
Well, yes, but also... so that was happening over the last few days, right, on Prince Charles Drive and some other areas. But I think they messed up.
With the
lines? They messed up. If you've been on Prince Charles Drive heading westbound towards Beatrice Avenue, somebody messed up there. You're in the inner lane heading west, and suddenly you're in the turning lane, and you don't want to be in that lane.
So paint them properly.
So they painted it incorrectly, and somebody needs to fix that quick, because that's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
If they don't know how to do it, just go up a little bit to Prince Charles and Soldier Road, and you can see how you do it properly. But they messed that one up, and they're going to have to redo that quick.
Well,
'Cause
hopefully
that's
they
going to
do.
cause tons of problems.
Well, hopefully they do. No, that was East Street, and that's six Terrace, Centerville coming across. The car in the front by where Big One shoe store used to be, like literally must not have known that that was a censored light, and they were sitting there for, I promise you, 10 minutes before all the
that's
cars
what you're
started to pull them
saying.
off.
I was trying to figure what you mean by. Oh, you mean there's a sensor? Oh, I thought
There
you
is
were
a
saying
sensor
censored,
unless you pull up to a certain point, 'cause I remember when they put
you
it-
can't say bad words here. What do you mean?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it's the same like what they did right down here on Ponciana, right? Ponciana and Blue Hill. Like when that first became a censor thing, people did not understand. But anyway, I ain't saying it ain't too much about the censor thing. I need, to draw these lines back on the road because some people, there are certain words that's dangerous to traverse because the people on the opposite side of traffic. But anyway, going back to the BPL thing, because
Yes.
I'm trying to figure out how downtown's still without light. Like I need somebody to make it make sense.
All right, so I don't know if that is at the very moment still the case, but it was a long weekend from if you want to count Thursday, but it's been going on, and the paper outlines, the Guardian today outlines everything
Let me see
from
who all out.
Friday straight through. So many issues that you're going to check their very active WhatsApp channel, see who's out
yeah,
now.
yeah.
So that's been happening here. And then, of course, Grand Key. So we can't just say, and I mean, I'm sure they deserve tons of the blame, Bahamas Grid, but this is a problem all over the country. Grand Key, Bahamas Grid is not a thing over there, but they've been without power for 3 weeks now, going on 3 weeks.
What?
Little Grand Key residents are still awaiting long-promised relief that has been repeatedly delayed. BPL, in its latest update, said a replacement generation unit for the island was expected to ship from Grand Bahama to yesterday afternoon and arrive in Little Grand Key this morning, barring any unforeseen delays. Oh, boy. Before that latest update, though, BPL said the generator was expected to leave Grand Bahama on Saturday. Residents have been waiting for the unit for well over a week. BPL's Northern Regional Manager Marvin Green said the delays were partly due to additional testing of the unit, saying that the target for the unit was to be tested. It should have been completed earlier, but something went wrong, I guess. Just lots of excuses. The unit sent to the island earlier the month to provide relief failed just after 1 day of use. Remember that when they proclaimed everything was resolved?
Right.
1 day later, something went wrong with that one. So this has been a long saga from August 4th when the lights first went out. Because of what BPL said was an operational fault. The power company said it planned to bring in a rental generation unit from Moores Island, but that unit arrived damaged. It was damaged in transit and needed repairs. BPL said on August 11th that it restored power to Little Grand Key after securing a rental generation unit and bringing it online. But by August 13th, BPL said the island was experiencing another outage due to an issue with the unit. BPL said technicians from the rental company were heading to the island to assess the situation. By that night, the team said the rental unit had a mechanical fault and could not provide a restoration timeline. The following day, BPL said the rental generation company would ship a replacement unit from Grand Bahama, which needed repairs and testing before it could be shipped. A week later, the unit still has not arrived in Grand Key. The Grand Key outage is one of the most extreme cases in a weeks-long power crisis affecting islands across the country. The broader Abacos region has been among the hardest hit over the weekend. Multiple surges at the Wilson City Power Station in central Abaco led to widespread outages. On Saturday, BPL said its transmission and distribution teams identified a fault on a main high-voltage distribution feeder in Wilson City. And while repairs were made and power was restored to most customers later that night, another surge on Sunday afternoon led to new outages in Treasure Key, Murphytown, Dundastown, Forest Drive, Marsh Harbor, and Tillou Key, maybe? Restoration efforts were still ongoing up until yesterday evening.
My Lord.
Goodness. My goodness. So that's happening, and while that's happening, there's an article in today's NASA Guardian about the energy minister. Where is she? 2 signings, 1 power crisis, and an absent minister. It's like a horror movie title. So Candida Dame's writing about it. So amid a power crisis impacting New Providence, Abaco, and other areas in the country, Minister of Energy and Utilities and Aviation, JoBeth Kobe Davis, has gone quiet on the issue, traveling to Tennessee for the signing of amendments to an agreement on aviation. But not having much to say at all on what's going on with energy in this country. When asked last week about Minister Colby Davis's silence during the power crisis, Prime Minister Philip Davis told reporters, quote, "The buck stops with me."
Clarification? What does that mean?
Don't ask about her. Don't ask about her.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, I was just checking the WhatsApp channel, and indeed it has been very active. And I don't see resolution, or at least a note about resolution for several areas. Stapleton Gardens, Bernard Road, Kemp Road,
These
Dan
areas are
Nottage
off?
Estates. There's no notice to say that they've come back on.
Mm-hmm.
So outages in those areas. That's of 11:35 last night. Also, apparently, the circuit breaker at Big Pond substation tripped last night. This was at 10:55. And so loss of power in the Batelco and Ponciana areas, as well as other surrounding areas. There's no note to say that that has been resolved. There was one at 9:37 last night to say that power outages were in Baintown, Big Pond, Farrington Road, and Johnson Road. Again, no note to say that that has been resolved. And as 3:08 yesterday, Carmichael Road was also having a power outage. There's no note on resolution for that either. There's another note for 227 Pinewood Gardens, Coral Harbor, Bay Street, Brigadoon, and Rita Pugh Estates. No note to say that that has been resolved.
Most of those have been, but it's just been horrible. It's been horrible for throughout the entire weekend. Outages touching so many communities across the island.
So if it's been resolved, I should probably make a note about it. If it was said for other areas,
They're too tired.
that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
It's been the hardest job for anybody. This is the most work anyone's ever done on a WhatsApp channel. No one expected that. That is a true full-time job.
Really?
Letting people know where the outages are. And then they have different channels for different communities across the country, right?
Yes.
So
I only know about
I hope it's not
southern
the same person. Like, that person needs therapy after this.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, so text messages, and you can get your text in really quickly. We're going to take a break in a few. 422-4796. And squeeze in a call if you can. This person says, I no longer have laundry day. I do laundry 3 or 4 times a week as long as there is electricity. I cannot risk 3 or 4 loads of laundry at a time. Okay. It's like that at Parkgate and Village Road as well, Dwight, where the merger is, they merge poorly. Is that what you're saying? Well, it's a miracle you don't have more accidents there. It's crazy. I believe that the first generator that was damaged in transit was only sent to placate the people there, making them believe something was being done. They likely knew it wouldn't solve the problem. That's my conspiracy theory. Well, that's dark. It's very dark. Pardon any puns. Whoa. Most parts of Eleuthera are still having power outages every day, especially Harbor Island. That's a text. Wow. Caller, good morning. You're live.
Yes, good morning to both of you.
Hi, good morning.
I'm calling from Fort Charlotte. Thank God our services have been restored. We have had a horrible weekend, beginning Thursday, hours upon hours on Thursday, on Friday about 10 hours, on Saturday practically the same. Thank God it was all good yesterday. So we have had a terrible weekend. So don't forget Fort Charlotte. You all have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, remember now, they had sacrificed Fort Charlotte for downtown, which was bizarre. Right?
Really?
Saying that in order to get the power back up downtown, they were going to turn Fort Charlotte off. And that was like, wow.
Oh, boy. I really don't understand why are we still at this point. How do we get here? How do we move from here?
This texter says, Imagine the overtime for the BPL WhatsApp channel operator.
Man, listen, y'all need somebody to help.
that you can't even count that high. oh boy.
Boy, listen.
Whoa.
Right,
wow.
Let's apply. Let's do that.
I don't want that job. You
don't
couldn't
want that
pay
job?
me enough to be their
gosh.
WhatsApp channel operator. No. Can you imagine? 2:30 every morning.
2:30. You heard how many
2:35.
times, like they were going on. That's probably why the resolution notes weren't there.
2:45.
By the time
because
it came on, it was like 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning.
Huh? No, thank you. That's okay.
And that's across the different regions.
That must be. I think they must have a prison program. Like, this is the way we're going to make them pay for their crimes. You have to operate the BPL WhatsApp channel. Wow. Okay. We got to take a break. This is Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Stay with us.
Being younger, I memorize the sound of your barefoot steps. Running wild, it's been a long time. Life has ways of leaving those days behind. But seeing you tonight, I remembered I loved you. Came back when it mattered, I saw you standing there in the light of the window, wearing that same smile. When it's been a while, but I knew it, I knew you. I knew it, I knew you.
At Star General, you can go gold. Comprehensive car insurance covers loss or damage from accidents, fire, theft, and third-party liability. But the Gold package gives you increased coverage for rental car and windscreen, personal accident, medical benefits, deductible waiver, and 24-hour roadside assistance where available. Our Star General Gold package also gives you up to $2,500 for accidental damage to a rental car anywhere in the Bahamas. Go gold with Star General. Insurance made simple.
Wendy's is spicing things up this summer with the new Jalapeno Ranch Cheeseburger. A hot, juicy beef patty topped with spicy jalapenos, creamy ranch sauce, melted cheese, and fresh toppings for the perfect balance of cool and spicy. Every bite brings bold flavor that keeps you coming back for more. Turn up the flavor with the new Jalapeno Ranch Cheeseburger at Wendy's today. Available for a limited time only.
When you are planning for your family, every decision matters. A home can bring comfort, stability, and long-term value for the people who depend on you most. With up to 95% mortgage financing from CIBC Caribbean, eligible clients can explore a practical path to home ownership with clear information and trusted guidance. Build your family's future with confidence. Visit CIBCCaribbean.com/home ownership for more information. Conditions apply.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app, Nassau, Bahamas. Headed to South Florida soon? Holiday Inn Express in Plantation welcomes you to the heartbeat of Florida fun. Whether it's business or pleasure, the Holiday Inn Express is close to sensational shopping, captivating dining, and nightlife. Elevate your Florida experience. Sleep well and rest easy at Holiday Inn Express. Complimentary breakfast buffet featuring seasonal favorites. Keep up your fitness routine in our 24-hour on-site fitness center with cardio equipment and free weights, or take a refreshing swim in our outdoor pool. Your special Bahamas tourist rate awaits. Holiday Inn Express, 1701 North University Drive, in Plantation. Book your getaway now. Call directly at 954-472-5600 or the sales department for reservations and additional information.
We're back with Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Dwight Strachan with DeAndre Cartwright. Gino D might perform this on August 29th at Vibe Out 2 from the Nassau Cruise Port. Here to tell us all about this. Very happy to have back with us Aisha Roll and Antoinette Todd. Good morning. Good to see you all again.
Good morning. Good to see you.
Hey, so this is going to be a big, you all calling it end of summer concert.
Yes.
So it's bittersweet.
Summer. Yeah. So this is our third one that we've been doing since, the opening of Nassau Cruise Port.
Yeah.
And we just want to, keep the party going, essentially.
Third?
Yeah. But this is the second Vibe Out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we kind of. Yeah, she has a name. So instead of just end of summer, right?
Okay.
And we've done a little bit more with Vibe Out. We've made it definitely a bigger show that it originally was. So it's grown. We have Gino D headlining this one. Ancient Man is back to perform. They're backed by the Black Swan Band, as well as Johnny Cake. We also have the Pompey Band, that's Tourism Development Corporation's one of their bands that'll be performing. That's an up-and-coming group that everybody should keep their eye out for. Wow. They're amazing. So they'll be there. Of course, we'll have our kiddie corner set up, bouncing castles, face painting, something for the kids, to run around and have a good time. Pop-up vendors are going to be out there, from food to artisans. We're just going to, have a good time on Saturday. We're excited.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So kiddie, so it's kid-friendly.
Yeah, family-friendly. So all ages. It is a free event. I probably should have led with that. It is a free event, and everybody is welcome. Of course, Nassau Cruise Port is open to the public. We can't stress that enough. But the event itself does start at 5. So come on down, get comfortable. You are invited. You're always welcome to bring your chair and your blanket. Seating is limited, so it is first come, first serve. But come on out, have a good time, and enjoy the day with us.
Nice. So the performances are going to start that early from 5?
At 5.
Wow. Okay. All right. That is pretty cool. So let's talk about all the artists again. You mentioned some already. Let's go through them. And do you have a schedule as yet as to who's performing when or anything like that?
I don't know. Are we putting on a schedule this time? I kind of just want everybody to come on out. If there is somebody that you want to see, just come in.
Just come from 5 o'clock.
Yeah, come from early. And it's not a late event. We're going until 10 p.m. So it's only a couple hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can spare 5 hours.
Say that ain't a late event from 5 to 10.
So listen, we had Made in the Bahamas for our post-independence celebration in July. That went from 4 until 2 a.m.
Wow. 4 p.m.
until 2 a.m. So when I say this ain't late,
so for y'all, this ain't okay. All right.
You are calling 10 late? Yeah.
But listen, I feel like I'm getting older,
Oh, boy. Well, got to work on her.
By 11 o'clock, you'll be home, showered, in bed, and ready for church in the morning.
See, there you go. Mass starts at 7, right?
Plenty time. All right, so let's go through the artists again.
So, we're hosted by Rika C. Again this year. Performances are by Gino D, Ancient Man, Ilsha's performing as well, Johnny Cake. They're all backed by the Black Swan Band. And then we also have performances by the TDC Pompey Band. They'll be performing early. But outside of that, we also have DJ Kenny, our resident DJ. So he'll be on the ones and twos as the show starts. So we're gonna have a good time. We have some giveaways going on. And
tings.
You got tings. So
you
enter for free.
On top
you
of
enter
free,
for free, and you get free tings.
Right. Some of these things are saying.
You gotta come out and see.
I gotta come and see.
Yes. I think we gave out a grill the last event. So exactly, it's like you never know. Chairs, from grill to chairs.
Oh, so real big things.
Big things.
And then you have to take the grill with you when you.
Yeah, but if you need us to store it and then you come back with your truck the next day, that's fine.
Wow.
A truck. Y'all have a size that is.
Yeah, no, we wouldn't pressure you to go push that in the smoker. But yeah, it's yours, and you come back when you have a vehicle to move it.
Okay, so free entry, free things,
good food.
What type of food?
Okay,
I like my tummy.
Remind us of all the vendors.
Yes.
Right. So all of our tenants will be open. So of course you have Bamboo Shack, you have Grill Hut, the Island Post. We have a vendor call that is out now for folks that are interested. So if you do want to be a part of the event, sign up at events@nassaucruiseport.com. Send us an email and we'll send you over the link. But the link is also available at on our Facebook.
Okay.
So there is a post for Vibe Out and for the vendor call.
Any particular type of vendors you're looking for, or people that you would not want out there?
We welcome all. So you
Okay.
have to be approved essentially. So once they send us their information, we'll say if we already have somebody that's already doing it that's been pre-approved, because you don't want 3 people selling lemonade. Right? So we trying to keep it tailored to a limited amount depending on what the items are. But from lemonade vendors to we have seafood boil. We have somebody that the chicken wings and guava fritters and
Guava fritters.
Yeah. Yeah.
Y'all making me hungry. I don't like that.
Yeah. And then we
Trying to
also
picture
have.
that. Is that a sweet thing? Is it
feel like it's
savory
a sweet
or?
Almost savory.
It's like a pancake almost.
Yeah, but in the shape of a fritter.
So you put like a syrup on it or something?
They also have like a little
Ah.
drizzle. They also have banana. Does she do any other
fritters?
flavors?
Not that I can remember.
I think it's just banana and guava, but
Okay.
it's usually
I need
good.
to come and see that.
Yeah. And then we have some of our artisans, straw bag creators, and at Made in the Bahamas, we actually had one of them that was teaching folks as they walked up like how to plait and yeah, like it was an experience.
Wow.
So we're doing that again, and we're inviting everybody. Come on out. Come spend the day with us.
The last Saturday before school officially.
Yeah.
opens.
Right.
So
what
if
I'm
you're looking
saying.
for something to do, I would say like after your school shopping on Saturday, because people still going to be
Last minute up and down, yeah.
So
Yeah.
5:00 by then y'all should be done.
Yeah.
And it's not too hot. It's not too hot. So come
You
on.
mean a cruise port is not too hot?
No, it's 5:00 on a Saturday and not so hot. Versus 1 or 2 o'clock.
Versus
Right.
1 or 2.
Versus.
Okay, I think what he's trying to say is like put that qualifier in.
But no, it and at the cruise board it actually isn't too hot because we
By
get
the
that
water,
nice little
so
wind.
when it's coming off the water.
Yeah, off the back.
And then, of course, we'll have limited seating available. So, as always, if you want to sit, we'd say bring your own chairs, your blankets, your tents, bean bags, anything you want.
You
to
just
make
say bring
yourself-
tents?
If you want.
They bring
Y'all got
tents.
enough space for me to bring a tent?
Yeah.
Have you been to the
When I
amphitheater?
say tent, like,
I
you
have
know,
been under there. My baby sister loves y'all space to take photos and stuff. So
Okay, so people
Yeah.
bring like the camping tents, like good size, and the kids will you'll just see 2 heads poking out, and they
Oh, like a
they-
sleeping tent.
yes,
Yeah.
Okay.
not like
Not-
a
Right.
not
I was gonna say like you.
Yeah.
because I was like, yeah, let's be
Like a
good.
camping tent. So when you see persons walking in with their, bags on their shoulder, you don't know if it's a chair or a tent until they open it up.
Boy, security must be thrilled.
Their job is cut out.
All right, that's very exciting. That is pretty cool. All right, remind us again, Saturday.
This Saturday, August 29th. Nassau Cruise Port is proudly sponsored by Barcelo, that's Bristol, and
BWA.
BWA.
Right,
Jesus, I don't know why that was evading me.
It's a Monday morning.
It is, and I haven't had my coffee
I was
yet.
just gonna say, are you caffeinated?
No, I'm not. So again, we're partnering, with some persons that we've partnered with before, and we're here to, just do an awesome job, do what Nassau Cruise Port does. We're inviting everybody out from 5 p.m. Actually, come before because
I
the
was just
port
gonna
is
say,
open.
can I come earlier?
You
than
can come
that?
earlier.
Definitely.
Come shop,
Parking. We didn't talk about
dine,
parking.
parking on a Saturday, parking downtown.
Really? That's when it's still
Especially
someplace.
after the 5. Like, once that 5
It's a
o'clock
ghost
time
town, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
It's a ghost town. So,
but y'all are bringing the life back into it.
we're trying.
Trying our best.
We're trying. We're really trying. So again, we are partnering with BWA on this one. 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. is the event time, but you are welcome to come before. Come shop, dine, explore at Nassau Cruise Port. We're hosting Vibe Out 2 end of summer concert hosted by Rika C with performances by Ancient Man, Ilsha, Johnny Cake, Pompey Band. Headlining is Gino D, backed by the Black Swan Band. We have a kiddie corner. We have local vendors, artisans. It is free for entry. If you are interested in being a vendor, please email us at events@nassaucruiseport.com or log into Facebook. Follow us on all social media at Nassau Cruise Port. We do have a link in our bio as well as the flyer link.
All right.
Okay?
And is there a deadline for the vendors? The
Wednesday.
Wednesday's the last day.
Wednesday's the last day to apply.
So get it together. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. It's going to be great. Saturday. Looking forward to it. Vibe Out 2. Thank you all so much for being here this morning. Aisha, Antoinette, thank you.
Thank you for
Thank you for having us.
All right. Let's break for news. We'll be back with Morning Blend Business. We're talking with NIB. When we get back, this is Guardian Radio 96.9.
Everybody dancing, having fun. And when we party, we party.
Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app, Nassau, Bahamas. Of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day.
Good morning and welcome to Morning Blend Business on this Monday, August 24th, 2026. Welcome back to our Morning Blend listeners. Once again, I'm Dwight Strachan along with DeAndre Cartwright, and it's time for our twice monthly series with NIB, National Insurance Board. I'm happy to have back with us Nicolette Eldon. We also have Stacy Campbell-Marshall and Laquelle Pratt. Ladies, good to have you with us. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's always good to be here.
Happy Monday, happy Monday. Okay, so we're celebrating, or we're getting ready to celebrate, right?
We're getting ready to celebrate our 52nd anniversary. So we are 43 days, 14 hours, 52 minutes, and 57 seconds.
All the numbers coming out.
away
The
from
countdown is
celebrating
on.
52 years.
Okay, all right, 52 years. So with my math, that means 1974, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so
The year I was born.
hey,
When you put it like that.
well, happy birthday to you too, I guess, Stacy. All right, so let's talk about it. How are you celebrating, and why is it important to celebrate this?
All right, so it's always good to be here with you, Dwight, and to inform the public about what's happening. So we have several initiatives coming down the pipeline. One in particular, we'll be celebrating National Literacy Day, and it's actually World Literacy Day, and we'll be going to schools in what I call our constituency. So Naomi Blatch, T.G. Glover, Eva Hilton Primary. So we have a team of volunteers who are so excited to join this initiative, and we'll be reading to the students at those schools on September the 8th.
Okay.
Yeah,
Very
which
nice.
is World Literacy Day,
Yeah.
actually. And I
Celebrating
think it's
60
60 years.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Nice,
So that's important to us because that also supports another initiative that we'll be coming to you later and talking to you about.
Wonderful.
That forms our strategic plan.
Okay.
I have a
So
question.
how many volunteers before you go in? Yeah.
The last time we checked on Friday, I think we had 19 in New Providence.
Okay, so
That
numbers
doesn't-
growing.
Yes, and also this is not a Nassau-centric initiative. We'll be reading across the nation. So in Eleuthera, volunteers have signed up. Grand Bahama, Long Island was the first island.
Yes.
Yeah, Deandra.
Y'all, you know that was going to be my question.
That was the
Like,
question?
Yes. Are the family islands involved? So you're answering. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So they're excited. They're on board. So each island, where possible, will be reading to the students in their communities.
Wonderful, wonderful stuff.
Another initiative coming down the pipeline, which Laquelle has been working on September 10th, is NIB Connect. What that means, Dwight, when we were here earlier in the year, our director spoke about taking NIB beyond the walls. And that's exactly what this initiative will do. And I'll allow Laquelle to tell us all about that.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Good
Laquelle
morning,
Pratt.
Bahamas.
Good to
Laquelle
have you
Pratt
with
here.
us.
And so we're super excited to come to you, right? So we're it's called Understanding Your Benefits Town Hall. That will be taking place on Thursday, September 10th, like Nicolette said, at the Doris Johnson High School under their pavilion at the back. So we want one and all to come down. We want to connect with you. We know that it's difficult to get to the local offices 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. And so what we're doing is we're coming to you. It's the first of many initiatives such as this that is coming down the pipeline, like Nicolette said. And so we want you to come, join us, get your questions answered, get your concerns addressed. and let's do this.
Wow. So you said town hall. This is taking that format.
Yes.
But can I submit forms? Can I talk to folks to help me understand services better?
Absolutely. We will have every department represented, ready and available to address all needs.
Okay, so this is unemployment, maternity, death benefits.
All 14.
Okay. I like that. Is it possible we could list all the 14 just so folks know what services are going to be there?
Absolutely. And you can also go on our website, www.nib.bahamas.com, and you can see the list of benefits there as well, so that you could be prepared when you come.
Okay, wonderful.
Mm-hmm. All right, so town hall format. How many can you accommodate for this?
So up to 200-300. It's open. It's outside. It's under a pavilion. So if it rains, there's no issue there. Okay. But hundreds. For sure.
All right. He said September 10th.
September 10th, 6:30 at Doris Johnson High.
Mm-hmm.
And this would accommodate persons living in the East, and it doesn't stop there.
Okay.
You know, continuing on throughout the year, we'll be in the West, we'll be in the East, Southwest, North, and South. So they will we're moving away from calling it a town hall because these are community pop-ups where we're coming to you to meet your needs, meet you where you're at. So you may see us at Arawak Key. You may see us on Goodman's Bay with the jet ski operators. Because these are persons who cannot ordinarily get to us.
Right.
And they need to conduct their businesses as well. So we are, like I said, taking NIB beyond the walls of our locations and coming to you.
Excellent. That's
and we
great.
also want to
Stacey?
reiterate that, we have moved into the digital age. NIB is in the digital age. So you no longer have to, leave work and head on down to one of the local offices. Everything is online. I mean, it really is amazing. You can pay your contributions right there on your phone. And we have really worked hard. All of the, IT is on top of it. And I promise it is so much easier now. So we want to really get everyone to understand that the frustration of feeling like, I got to go down there and stand in line. I don't know how long it's going to take and all that. No, because you can do everything right there on our phones. And we've got, our mature population as well that is understanding that they can go right online on their computer or their tablet or their phone and handle everything. So we want to take away that level of frustration. We want people to understand that, hey, NIB is ready.
Since I've been working to NIB, I have people hitting me up saying, hey, what does retirement look like? And with our new and improved website, you can go there and calculate your retirement right online. So there's so many things. We have a chat bot that answers your questions. So we're excited about the direction that NIB is moving in.
All right. That's very exciting.
I was only giggling because the last time you were here, I was real-time checking my contributions to see how much I qualified for. And I think y'all said it was like over a couple hundred, somewhere inside there. Yeah. And I was like, I qualify. But y'all told me I don't meet the age.
Yes, right.
Just
so it's two elements.
Just a little while longer. Why are you rushing, though?
Early retirement sounds great.
It's a little too early, though. It's a little too early.
But one of the other reasons why it's very important to go online and to check and to know your status, and that's what we really encourage people to know their status, because what if, like, you were able to say, wait, where's this job? I've been working here since I was 14 years old.
Right, yeah.
And so, you need to know your status, because what you don't want to do is come at the last minute and say, now, wait a minute, and you don't have the contributions. Yeah. So now you can be ahead of the game. We've got plenty of years until retirement. I'm making sure, hey, so-and-so, I worked for you when I was 16 years old. I don't see my contributions. We need to figure this out. And so then it's not that rush because I'm, 60 and I want to claim now. Right. So it's really important now and it takes a few moments. You were doing it in live time.
I truly encourage every person that can hear me say this. Go online, register for the portal. It's really easy to use, but also getting your PIN to set it up takes minutes. Just put in the request through their email address, you'll get it, and then you can literally populate a whole, it's like, I think mine's like 9 or 11 pages, populates with the number of contributions that you have made since you started working. Correct. And if you don't check that, until the last minute, you're not going to see where your people may not have been paying, because as we heard, the statistics of non-contributing employers is somewhere around 50%. And so that means it's likely that one of the jobs that you've held over your lifetime has not been paying your contributions. So please check that.
Yeah, and it's your responsibility to check.
Yeah.
No matter how old or young you are.
Right. We'll be rolling out a public awareness campaign as well, encouraging those persons, check your contributions, and hold your employers accountable as well. So there'll be reminders to them as well. Hey, check. That's so important because your employees depend on these benefits.
Yeah. Wow.
We may not always need them, but when we do, it's
Yeah.
important to be up to date and current.
Mm-hmm. Have you noticed that if there's one employee that's had an issue, that it's all, or are there often individuals who are left out in the dust or something like that? Do you ever see it like that?
Well,
it's usually. Well,
so I want to make sure that I got your question correct. You're asking, is it all employers?
If you have a problem with one employee who says I don't see all my contributions,
right?
Is it often everybody who worked for that company at that time, or can it be a one-off thing?
That's
It's a
hard.
mix.
Yeah,
There are some companies,
It's hard to
unfortunately,
answer
out there
that.
that don't pay contributions.
Yes. Right.
I mean, it's a sad state. And, that's why we have inspectors that go out and do their jobs.
Right.
But, I think sometimes people fall through the cracks.
Yes.
I mean, it's just, we're dealing with computers, we're dealing with human error.
Yes.
And sometimes things fall through the cracks.
Yeah.
And so that's why it's important for each person
Right.
to take the responsibility, because that one person in payroll or whoever, at the office who works and they might make a mistake.
Right.
Right.
'Cause
and then you don't see it until it's too late.
Some people might take it for granted. Like, I used to work with this person, and they're saying they checked and everything's okay, so you're assuming that you're
No.
okay,
Right.
but it might not be like
No.
that for you.
Every person out there who is working needs to know their personal status.
Yeah, don't
I can't go by
assume.
Nicolette.
Don't assume.
I know they're paying for Nicolette,
Right.
but what if they made a mistake and Stacy, something is wrong? Because, and I'm sure we'll talk about this a little more, but, little mistakes are what cause issues with NIB.
Right.
Some wrong personal information, one number off with this.
Correct.
I mean, and you'll be surprised when it's
Right.
something simple and y'all ready to just burn down the whole NIB. But it's because it's one little simple issue that typically you made.
Yeah.
So, we just encourage people to go in there. If you're able to see early, like, wait, something is not checking, then we can fix it. We can take the time, and we've got very, very capable staff.
Very.
When I tell you, I have been blown away by the knowledge at NIB.
Yeah.
But you got to do your part.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Nicolette, you were
No, I was going to
Mm-hmm.
say a customer called on Friday because she works for a small business, and she's responsible for inputting contributions through the portal. She realized when she checked that someone had moved on and she had paid for them. And now she was calling to correct that because they had moved on. She had paid for them in a previous quarter, and she needed to know how to correct that. So
Wow.
it was a simple error because the name was inadvertently checked when she was paying for all of the employees' contributions. So like Stacy said, it may just be a little thing. It may not be intentional.
Right.
But it's important to check those contributions early.
Wow. Okay. All right. Let's take this call quickly.
sure.
And I got a couple messages here. We got a lot more of the celebrations to talk about too, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, so caller, good morning. You're live on the air.
Hey, good morning, Dwight. How you doing?
Doing well.
Yeah, I'm just want the general public to know, right, to alert them that it's best and it's very beneficial to check your contributions, right? Because I can remember on 2 incidents, right, one person died, right, and the family members went to NIB to collect, but come to find out that they didn't have sufficient contributions to collect something. I don't know all the ins and outs about it, but all I know is NIB said that they didn't make sufficient contributions. Then the second incident is, right, individual retired, and they never collected NIB, so their children told them, okay, just collect NIB for pension, right? And come to find out, the employee who they was employed with wasn't making sufficient contributions, so they wasn't even collect NIB.
Yes.
Yeah, so I tell you, it happens.
It
It's a
does
messed up
happen.
situation at that point in time is actually too late.
Right.
Yes.
And that's why we're here today, because we don't want that to happen. NIB is not your enemy.
Yeah.
We are here, we are here for social protection. We want to make sure that you are getting, the income replacement when, you get sick or something goes wrong. I mean, there's so many different aspects that NIB is here to help and assist you with. And so that
people
is
don't realize,
absolutely
right, that
true.
it's not really even an isolated incident, This is actually a common occurrence. And plus, also, the third thing what's really messed up is that people are actually taking NIB out to pay, but actually not paying it.
Yes.
Right.
Now,
That's
messed up.
again.
That's why it's important to check.
Thank you, caller.
Yeah, that's why it's important to check because you can report if you notice that a contribution is missing and it's from your current employer. It's important. We have a team of inspectors.
Yes.
And you will be. I lost my train of thought.
You will be. Yeah, the inspectors will check it out. They'll be able to follow
absolutely.
up. Yeah.
But
go ahead.
But I was going to say it would be anonymous.
Right.
So
but
they
that's
don't have
right.
to worry about, oh my goodness, they're going to know that Nicolette
Right.
called.
Right.
No.
No, they do. They handle that with care because we understand. I mean, it's your job. And while you need to make sure that, I need to make sure that the job is paying my things, I'm not trying to lose my job over arguing with them over that. Because obviously, if a company is outright collecting money and not paying, that's a problem.
Against the law.
Yes, it is against the law. Yeah.
Yeah,
And we're here to protect you with that.
I mean, we can't say it enough. We can't say it enough. It is your responsibility as the contributor to ensure that your employers are paying your contributions. They're taking it out of your salary. And so we want to make sure that that money is getting to where it is designated for. It is very important, very important, very important that you stay on top of that as the contributor.
Okay.
And a lot of times people don't want to, we don't want to talk about this, but a lot of people get mad at NIB when they come and they find out that everything isn't in place, and it's like, but we're here to collect the money. They just didn't pay it, and so then they want to be mad at us because everything isn't set in place. But it really falls on like she says, we cannot say it enough. The individual taking responsibility for your personal contributions, and that's why we've made it easy.
Yeah.
We'll say it again, where you go online, you get your pen real fast, you type it in, and you're literally able to see your contributions.
But Stacey, what's going on. People want to see more business people hauled before the courts.
I know.
Of course.
Right.
And
And
I
then
know.
that will make them feel a little more comfortable with the
Yeah,
whole
and
thing.
I guess so, but we wouldn't have to get to that point if Stacey is able to say, wait, hold on. Now, John Doe, I've been working for you for 3 years, and I'm noticing now that there's some contributions missing. Yeah. And it's already, think about it, and we're going to talk about the small business owner. But when you think how hard it is to pay some back money, think about how it compiles. To be able to catch it earlier and be proactive versus reactive, that's the key here.
Yeah, absolutely. One more call. Caller, good morning. You're on the air.
Mr. Strachan.
Hi.
Oh, morning to you and your guest.
Good morning.
I'm on a disability. I have a sight impairment problem, but I am 17 months away from 60.
All right.
So, would I be able to get an early pension and continue getting my disability?
So,
I was paying national insurance from I was but 17.
good morning.
I just stopped paying since I lose my sight.
Good morning, caller. Very good question. NIB considers early at 60. So the earliest one can receive a benefit would be at the age of 60. So the direct answer to your question is unfortunately no. You will not be able to make application prior to your 60th birthday. Did that answer your question?
I hope it did. I hope you heard that, caller.
But feel free to give us a call and follow up with that, and we'll get one of our specialists to help you and explain it, so really break it down for you so you can understand.
Yeah, 3 months before your 60th, you can make applications. So hopefully by the age of 60, your benefit will roll in.
which tags onto something else that we want you all to understand. Don't wait until you are, I'm 60 now. I'm coming on down. You know your 60 is coming. 3 months out, come on down to NIB, get all that paperwork in. So when your birthday rolls around, it's like, ding, NIB is ready for you.
Right.
Yeah. We want to let people know, again, be proactive.
Yeah, good stuff. Okay. So the celebrations, that's not all.
So October 7th, no, that's not all. We're going to have, we talked about September 19th, where we're going to have an event at NIB, Jumbay Village. And that's where we'll have different agencies join us. We don't want to say those agencies just yet, but we'll come back and talk about that later. But we'll be targeting small businesses. So we know that sometimes you may not be able to get to an NIB location through the week. So on a Saturday, September 19th, we'll be opening our doors on Saturday from 11 to 3, where we'll accommodate you and you can get your businesses in order at NIB.
Okay.
So other agencies will be joining us. So we're looking forward to that event. And the big event is on October 7th, and that's going to be nationwide. Customer Appreciation Day. So all the goodies. So if you're in Long Island, Deandra.
I'm looking at that because you know how many customers NIB has.
Yes.
I just want to make sure I get the tings.
Get your tings. Come on down for all your tings.
No matter where you are in the country.
No matter where you are.
Okay.
Now, we may go a little earlier in some of the family islands.
Okay.
And the reason for that is because it will allow for some of our executives to travel and take part in those celebrations.
Okay.
And part of the team here. So we may kick those off a few days earlier. But Nassau and Grand Bahama, definitely October 7th. So that entire week leading up to October 7th, we'll be celebrating our customers.
Nice.
So come on
Sounds like party
down and
time.
stay tuned.
Fun.
Stay tuned to our social media pages. So if you are not following us, we invite you to follow us. We're on Twitter, TikTok. Well, it's not Twitter anymore, is it? X.
We still call it Twitter.
I know, right?
No.
So we're on
But
TikTok, X, Facebook, Instagram, and the mastermind behind that is Manasseh Dames. So she's here hiding behind the microphone. But-
At least say hi to the people. She
She's
doesn't want to
shy.
say hi.
Dwight, you making her blush?
Wow. All right.
But we have a lot of fun things going on. I'll speak for Manasseh. We have a lot of fun things going on our social media. Trivia. We got giveaways. A lot of things and informational as well.
Yes.
So we keep pushing. Our goal is to really, we're public affairs and communications.
Okay.
So our goal is just to keep you informed.
Correct.
Excellent.
And she also launched Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? And that
So
has
funny.
been a hit as part of our Back to School series. So we're getting in on it. So if you're smarter than a fifth grader on Thursday, tune in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Trivia Thursday.
So the prizes to win.
Yes, you can win tanks.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. All right. Let's take a break. We've got some more things to talk about. When we get back, we're talking with NIB. They're gearing up for their 52nd anniversary. We've got Nicolette, we've got Stacy, we've got LaQuelle in studio, and some more coming in just a bit. This is Morning Blend Business on Guardian Radio 96.9.
And girl, I can't wait. It's our anniversary. The first thing I'll do is run straight to you. It's our anniversary.
Hey folks, thanks for your patience. We'll be taking off very shortly. You should be wheels up in about 40 minutes. And due to a bumpy ride, snacks and beverage service has been suspended. AC has given us some trouble, sorry folks. And Wi-Fi is out. And so is the entertainment. Yeah, I'm sorry about the smell, folks. We are aware.
I know.
Just one more quick note. We are going to have to deplane.
Come on! We're like the plane ride that isn't a nightmare. CG Atlantic Agents and Brokers. Good like that.
Planning for retirement can be overwhelming, but with CFAL, it doesn't have to be. We offer tailor-made individual, group, and pension solutions that take the guesswork out of retirement planning. Whether it's for you or your company, don't leave your future to chance and let the trusted hands of CFAL's experts guide you toward peace of mind and financial stability. Low upfront costs and affordable monthly payments make it easy for you to build wealth so you can live well well. Visit us at cfal.com to start on your path toward financial freedom. CFAL, growing wealth for future generations.
Screws and Fasteners World, Balfour Avenue and Palm Beach Street, has those hard-to-find fasteners for you right now. You can find stainless steel regular hex, carriage bolts, galvanized bolts, threaded rods, nails, self-tap screws, sex bolts, anchor bolts, turnbuckles, masonry tools, hand tools, and weed whacker strings. Check out the rope selection and car body fasteners, too. Special orders are welcome. It's your #1 fastener store. Screws and Fasteners World, Balfour Avenue and Palm Beach Streets. Call 326-1976.
New school year, new gear. From uniforms to laptops, a Fidelity personal loan can help you check every item off of your kid's school list. Jump into back-to-school season with ease. Apply for a Fidelity personal loan today. Call 356-7764.
Fidelity, we're good for you.
You try to rest, roll with the best. For all your printing needs, there ain't no one better, no. For posters and banners, magazines and flyers. For window decals, greeting cards and newsletters. No job too big and there's no job too small. You name it, we can print it. Just give us a call. Let Print Masters bring your masterpiece to life.
Located in the Nassau Guardian Building, telephone 302-2361.
Southwest Plaza has so many stores, I've been trying to find a sensible way to list them all. There's CBS Bahamas, the Ashai Institute, BENC Snack World, Bamboo Shack Bahamas, there the Athlete's Foot and BTC, Games and More, John Bull Fine Threads, Alive, Bahari, Dairy Queen, 700 Wines and Spirits, Sandy's, Clarkson, Island Luck, Starbucks and Lowe's Pharmacy, plus Marco's Pizza and Lorraine. Southwest Plaza, what a wide array of stores. Southwest Plaza, stop by today and explore.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app, Nassau, Bahamas.
Anniversary time, gonna blow your mind. You've stuck together through good and bad times. A little older, you both are now. Peace, you've earned anyhow. Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary. Oh, happy anniversary. Yes, from all of we. May you love each other and live happily.
6413.
Down memory lane, thinking of the good times.
Welcome back to Morning Blend Business on Guardian Radio. They're doing business in here. Dwight Strollo and Deandra Cartwright. We are talking with NIB in a celebratory mood. The 52nd anniversary is fast approaching. What's the countdown now, Nicolette?
I'll tell you right now.
And we're
It's 43 days,
Mhm.
14 hours, 26 minutes, 56 seconds.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. That's Nicolette Eldon.
And you can watch that ticker on our website.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
That's so
Oh, that's pretty cool. Stacey Campbell Marshall and LaShayma Johnson with us as well. Good to have you with us. Let's just say happy anniversary to Stacey.
Oh, thank you.
Today.
It's my 18th wedding anniversary.
Wow. Okay.
Yes. big
Congratulations.
shouts out to Dwight.
Congratulations.
My Dwight.
Your Dwight.
Yes.
Yes.
Not Dwight Strawn. Dr. Dwight Marshall, proactive.
Chiropractic and Wellness Center. Yes.
Wonderful stuff. All right, so LaShayma, the mic is in front of you now. Look at that look. Look at that look.
Remember the cameras are here too.
Everybody saw that. No, you're not talking to us?
Of course she'll talk.
What's your aspect? What are you bringing to these celebrations for the anniversary?
I bring the all-around game. I bring it all together and ensure that everything needs to be done is done.
Okay,
Yes.
well, there you go. There
She's
you
our
go.
logistics lady. She's
All
on
right.
top of logistics.
What more could I ask for?
There you go.
You know, but I'd like to take a moment to thank my team. I have I'm blessed and fortunate to have a dynamic team. Stacey Campbell Marshall, LaShayma Johnson, Laquelle Pratt, Carla Fitzgerald, and Manasseh Dames. Listen, I am truly blessed that my work becomes easy with them on my team. And I just want to
Wonderful.
thank them for all the efforts and all the work that they do every day to make us successful, make us all look good.
Good stuff.
And we have a great lead. I mean, it's easy to this job has just been a blessing, and we love what we do every day. And it's really nice to work in a space where you're like, we're really making a difference. It's nice to see. I love it. I love coming on here. I love talking. I love helping people work through these issues, because typically the issues that people have with NIB, we can fix them.
Yeah, for sure.
They're fixable. So our job is easy.
We're seeing that already with people calling in angry.
And I text you back, and I was like,
Right.
Dwight, you wouldn't believe that they were missing a piece of information.
Yeah. And that's one of the most common mistakes. Is just something simple, just some misinformation
Yeah.
is one of the biggest mistakes, and it makes all the difference.
Excellent. And you're always willing to help,
Yeah,
right? You
absolutely.
can find a solution.
That's why we're there.
That's great stuff.
And the email the email is checked on a constant basis. So again, if you feel like you're not able to find something online, send a message to the email. They literally have someone checking that, and they actually answer. So before you get in your car and have to schlep on down to NIB, just go through check the website and speak to the bot. We've got a bot.
Pinky.
And then there's also, yes, Pinky is so helpful. And then there's also the email where you can ask questions.
Okay. So any more celebrations that we need to be aware of? Anything else happening?
So, over the course of the next couple of months, in addition to our anniversary celebrations, you're going to see us again in your community. We're going to be launching a wellness initiative, and a part of that supports our strategic pillar for our corporate social responsibility, is ensuring that our communities are healthy and well. And the event that we spoke about before we went to break, that's happening on September 19th, will also include a wellness aspect. So we already have 2 persons confirmed that will be doing wellness checks, so glucose testing, blood pressure checks, and also we'll have a chiropractor in the house.
Cool. Wonder who that would be.
Right. And they'll be doing checks.
All right, so you're going to be back with us before that, so we'll have
Absolutely.
more information and more of the names by the
Yes.
time we get to those events. All right, so that's great. All right, we got some more calls coming in and questions. This person's asking, please ask, why would the ESS account be locked? If they've signed up for it, what would lead to that?
It could have been where they may have put in a password incorrectly, but just reach out to us, or we'll take your name. We can take
You
take
want the
their
number?
name.
Yeah.
Yes, if we'll take the name and number offline. Please don't give your information over the
air,
phone.
right?
Yes, on air.
Yeah.
But we'll be sure to
We'll
get
give
back
you
to
their
you.
number. Okay.
Absolutely, we'll get someone to help you.
All right. Is that caller still there? Let's take that call. Good morning, caller. You're live on the air.
Good morning, Dwight. Good morning, all.
Hi, good morning.
Yeah, listen, I think what the previous caller was trying to find out is, because he's saying he's getting a disability check now. He was trying to determine if he can get disability and a pension.
No, unfortunately.
Right, they already answered that.
Yeah.
Right.
Unfortunately, they can't get 2 benefits
No.
at once.
Right.
But
Now,
they.
now my question is, if you receive early pension, and then you get, let's say you cash in at age 60, and then you happen to get a job at age 62, and you have to start paying again. Does that pension stop, and then when you start again at 65, is it calculated to give you more?
So currently we do not have a disability pension. So I'm assuming he would be receiving.
No, that's my question now. Not his question.
Oh,
My question.
okay, your question
if
is?
I cash in at age 60, then I get employment again at age 62, which causes me have to start paying contributions again to 65. When I cash in again at 65, am I able to get a new pension calculation?
Shema?
Okay, sir. Good morning. You can continue making your contribution payments once you're not reaching the ceiling. Then your pension will continue. But if you are reaching the ceiling, then your pension would have stopped.
Yeah, I hope you heard that. We've got a couple people asking that same question, whether you can receive disability and a pension. But this is already what you're saying. Okay, you still there? No.
Yeah, okay, all right.
You got that? Okay. All right. Thanks a lot. 323-6232. 325-4316. 325-4259. You can call us toll free 242-300-5720. Tweet us, Facebook us, text us 422-4796. Let's take this call and then we'll get to your text messages. Caller, good morning. Caller, you're live on the air. Are you there? Hi, good morning. Are you there?
Good morning.
Hi.
How are you?
Doing well. You're live on the air.
Yes. Oh, good morning to all of the NIB staff and yourself. I just want to say shout out to the team there at NIB. I'm a small business owner, and I had a challenge with saying NIB for myself and the staff online. And so your team walked me through it thoroughly. My challenge is, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, my challenge is I just can't remember all of those steps. But the one thing the person guaranteed me is if I ever have a challenge again, don't feel afraid to call back and they'll be willing to help me. So I must say that NIB works. The staff is excellent. At least the people who work with me, and when I ever have to go in to do payment, I always get great service.
Oh, well, thank you so much for calling in to say that, because, that's what we want everyone to understand, is that we are on your side. We really want to be able to help you. And I'm so glad as a small business owner you called in, because we want our small businesses to know that it is so very important. The years go by and the contributions add up. And when you are not a part of it, later on in the end, you got to have that number in order to be able to qualify. So you as a small business, you matter out here in these NIB streets. You matter. And we just want you to know that if you don't understand it, we have capable staff who will help, just like she said, and walk you through it.
Yes.
Don't be embarrassed. If you don't understand something, say you don't understand it, because they understand it. Correct. And so they can help you, and they're here. I can guarantee you that they are here to help you.
Okay, here's a text. I'm retired and my birthday is October 6th, but I'm always forgetting which months I'm supposed to verify in. Please inform me of my verification months. And oh, by the way, am I able to collect a special gift on October 7th?
Definitely on
customer
October
appreciation
7th. That's
day.
our anniversary.
Absolutely.
Customer service.
All right, so
Yes.
even I know the answer to this.
Oh, go
right?
ahead then.
It's your birth month and then 6 months later, right?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right.
I do this with my parents, so I know how this is. But if it's October, I guess it would be what? November, December, January, March, April? Is it March?
6 months thereafter.
November, December, January. April. See, this is why.
Okay, you don't
Huh?
have the month.
Right.
Okay.
You register.
So,
You would come
yeah.
in October.
Lashayma?
You
Mhm.
would come in October, and then you would count 6 months, which
So,
would give you the April.
with April.
Okay, November.
Yes.
Yeah. So 6 months after would be. Yeah. So I hope you heard that. I hope you heard that text.
Yeah, and we're all figuring it out. You said we all have to figure it out. And so don't feel any kind of way when you
Right.
don't understand it.
And make sure stop by any NIB location on October 7th to get your things for your birthday.
For your birthday.
Excellent.
Nationwide.
Yes.
Oh boy, this
I
is
hope you'll
another.
remember to bring to us when y'all come back, in case we can't get out.
Okay.
Oh no, we go
Oh, wow.
all day.
Oh wow.
Oh,
So
all
once
day.
you're off air, just come by and hang out with us.
All right. This text, another one saying they're locked out. So we got two people saying that. So
We'll take their
yep.
information. We'll be sure to have someone help them later today.
Okay. Let's get these calls in. Good morning, caller. You're live.
Yes, good morning. Just a quick question. If you
Hi, good
were
morning.
self-employed, basically all your life as, say, a painter, and you didn't have a steady flow of income, and you never contributed to NIB, when you get 65, are you qualified for the old age pension? I'll hang up and listen.
All right. So in order to qualify, you would have had to make a minimum of 500 contributions, which is 10 years of employment in the Bahamas. And so you'd mentioned that you are self-employed with, work here and there. But while you are working, the expectation is that you pay your contributions. So there should never be a time when you are working and contributions not be coming into NIB. I hope that answers
Yeah.
the question.
Are you still there, caller? You got that?
I think he just
Okay. And this comes up a lot, right? People don't, but you're always making appeal to self-employed.
It's
that
so important.
You've got to do this still.
It's easy to go year by year by year, and the time just flies. And then you look up and you're like, well, I don't have the contributions, and we can't give, for nothing. I mean, you hate to say it like that, but you got to give something to get something. Right. That's just really the breakdown of it. And so at some point, NIB has to say, this is the requirement, and we have to stick to that.
Yeah.
So again, that's why it's important to check and know, say, hey, I might have to work a couple more years and make sure I get this contribution. In 10 years, I mean, for most of us, look, I'm 51. And we said 1974, I'll be 52 this year in November. That, you can work 10 years in this country. I've been home 23 years. So I check, I'm like, look, it's going to be adding up. I need to make sure that these contributions are in. It's very, very important.
Do you have any idea how many people might likely fall into his position, his boat? Do we know? No. Yeah.
We also offer like he would have mentioned, the OANCP, which is the old age non-contributory pension. It's a one-time payout where we still do give back for whatever little that you may have contributed. Even though you may not have made the full contributions for the full benefit, you're still able to receive some sort of assistance.
Right. Yeah.
One time.
Okay. One more call. Running out of time. Let's take another call. We got a few more messages on the text line. Caller, good morning. You're live on the air. Are you there? No? Okay, I think we lost that one. So some text messages. This person says here, if I have a senior NIB card and I'm still employed, I'm assuming that verification is not needed? I don't think that's right? They're saying...
If you are in receipt of a benefit, of the retirement benefit, it is a must
Yeah, you
that
still have to verify.
every 6 months you're verifying. We want to make sure that you're still with us. So your birth month, like we said earlier, and 6 months thereafter.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, have you? Okay, so if they haven't been verifying.
Well, you will know after a while.
Yeah.
Hey, that little ching will stop.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, and what could be the ramifications if you stopped receiving because you didn't verify, and then you come back and say this
So
is...
you would need to come in and sit with our customer service reps, and they will assist you with getting back online.
Okay. All right.
So all is not lost,
Yeah.
but then it's a process.
Yeah.
And we don't want you to have to go through that process.
No, not at all.
Just verify.
Okay. All right. This person says, I'm not sure if the question was answered entirely. If someone takes an early pension and begins working again at age 62, when I retire at age 65, is my pension the same as at age 60, or is the additional 3 years added and increased?
No, the payment will be prorated.
Recalibrate. You just got to rewind and come again.
Yeah. Okay. This person says here, if I have a senior NIB card and I'm still employed. Okay, no, it's the same person. But you need to talk to them. They've got a specific issue.
Okay.
So
We'll
you
get their
definitely
number,
need to. Yeah.
And we can, reach out to them and figure out what that is and direct them to the right person.
Okay. All right. Let's squeeze this final call in. Caller, good morning. You're live on the air.
Hello?
Hi, good morning.
Yes, just as a reminder, the verification months are on your national insurance card, albeit very small at the bottom for us senior citizens who have to see it.
Yes. Thank you for that. Thank you for reminding us of that.
All right. That's good to know. Very good information.
Has this been a part of Trivia Thursdays where persons know these little details? Let us know. Speak right in the mic.
Good morning, Bahamas.
Say your name for a minute.
My name is Manasseh Dames. I manage our digital platform. So in regards to Trivia Thursdays, we have actually been posting questions about retirement benefits for the past 2 weeks, and we've got a great response. So we'll continue doing it because we realize that that's a big question mark, especially on this morning show. So we'll continue updating you. So like our social media platform, Facebook, Instagram, and all this information will be there in the upcoming weeks.
Okay. All right, great. So now the text is coming back. So if you're not receiving any benefits as yet, but you're retired, you have a senior's card, maybe you're not retired, do you still need to verify?
You're not receiving benefits yet?
That's what they're saying, not receiving benefits.
So if you are at the retirement age, you can make application at any of our customer service desks, any location. Verification won't come into play until you're receiving a benefit, if that's the question.
Okay. Okay. All right, good to know. All right, and I think we answered that one already. Yeah. The calls keep coming in, though, and we only have about 2 minutes left. Let's see if we can squeeze some of these in very quickly. Caller, good morning. Are you there? Good morning, caller. You're live. Can you hear us? 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. Call us toll free, 242-300-5720. We'll get this final call in. Good morning, caller. You're live on the air.
Good morning, Dwight, and good morning to all of the members of National Insurance Board. Congratulations on your upcoming event. I just would like to let the public know from my own personal experience that when you are, especially if you work for a company or so and you get to know who that person, that inspector is assigned to your particular company, even after you would have left because of that relationship, you may still be able to lean on that person to give you that individual personalized assistance or actually point you in the right direction at NIB to go to make the process a little easier.
Yes, absolutely. That's why they're there, and we want everyone. Thank you, sir, for that. Because once again, that is the whole reason we want people to know that we're here to assist. We're here to explain. We're here to just make it easier because, it's at the heart of what matters.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like this is real life. We're dealing with life here. And typically NIB is, you need us when things are really crazy or then when it's a little scary, like when you think about retirement and you're like so unsure about what's happening. We're here to support you, and leading up to you needing us, it's so very important to be proactive because we want you to get ahead of it. We want you to know what's going on. So, I tell them radio time goes really, really fast.
Yeah.
The time goes quickly, but we're so glad, to be here this morning, our department, to be able to let everybody know. Follow us on social media. Hit us up on our website. Remember to ask Pinky those questions, our bot. And then there's the email. And in the worst case scenario, or I should say the last instance, then come on down to one of our offices and somebody absolutely will be able to help you in person.
Okay, final question on the text line. This might need to be a whole show. But this is a serious question. Is it more beneficial for a small business owner to be enrolled as self-employed or an employee of their company?
I think that's a complex question.
Yeah,
so
that's
we
what I'm
might
saying.
have to
That's a whole show. Let's do a show on that.
Maybe, we can.
That's a
have
very
someone-
interesting question.
Okay.
Sure.
Because we really want to target, it seems to be easier for the big companies, what I mean? Because they've got this dialed in. They have to. But for our small businesses, a lot of times there's so many questions. And then many times we'll bury our heads in the sand because it's like, oh, I'll deal with that later. Nope, don't deal with it later.
Yeah.
Small businesses, it's very important for you to understand. And we will make sure that we get the answer to that.
So we'll work on that. That'll be a future
Yeah.
edition of the
misspeak.
series.
Sure.
Okay, great stuff. Ladies.
But don't feel any type of way of reaching out to us either
Yeah.
to ask that question.
Call them and give
Hit us
right.
up on email for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Okay. Great stuff. Ladies, thank you also so much for being here this morning.
thank
And
you
we're
for
going to be
having
talking a
us.
lot more over the next few weeks about the
Yes,
celebrations. Looking forward to it.
absolutely.
Nicolette
So-
Eldon, Stacey Campbell-Marshall, Laquelle Pratt, Lashema Johnson, Manasseh
Manasseh
Dave, sorry.
And
And
Carla
Carla didn't want to talk to us. But Carla, good to see Good to see you, Carla. Thank you all for being here this morning. You want to say something?
Yes,
Yep.
I was going to say 43 days, 14 hours, and 5 minutes, 39 seconds.
And again, you say that's on the website.
Yes,
And you
there's
can
a
see the
ticker on the
countdown there.
website, yes.
And the website again, nib-bahamas.com. Boy, great stuff. Thank you all.
Thanks for having
again.
us, Dwight.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
All right, let's take a quick break and we'll be back to wrap things up. This is Morning Blend Business on Guardian Radio 96.9.
Happy anniversary.
At CFAL, we understand that a secure future is the greatest gift you can give your employees. That's why our tailor-made group pension solutions are designed to fit the needs of both large and small companies. With CFAL, you can provide the retirement you and your employees deserve, ensuring peace of mind and financial stability for years to come. Join the many businesses that have already entrusted CFAL to create the right pension plan for their employees, and let us help you build a brighter future for your team. Visit us at cfal.com to get started on building wealth so you can live well. CFAL, growing wealth for future generations.
Shop early to get your uniforms and get Janae's Uniform Center's buy 4 get 1 free sale. Pre-monogrammed and regular school shirts, dry fit and cotton polos, jumpers, skirts, boys long and short pants, PE shorts, underclothes, tights, socks, neckties, belts, sleeping mats, hair accessories, and character work desk. Get 50% off backpacks, lunch bags, and raincoats. Buy 4 school shirts, get 1 free. Buy 2 skirts, jumpers, or pants, get the third 50% off. Need embroidery and monogramming done? Visit Janae's Uniform Center early. Beat the back-to-school rush. Janae's Chesapeake Road back-to-school special. Restrictions apply. This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app. Nassau, Bahamas.
It is time for your morning business report brought to you by CFAL. The Ministry of Finance and its fourth quarter statistical report revealing that at the end of June 2026, outstanding public sector debt was estimated at more than $14 million or $14 billion. This outstanding debt represents an annual expansion of more than $1 billion or 9.5% since the end of June 2025. The statement and a release on its website adding that the central government's debt closed the fiscal year up $696.9 million year over year, and equivalent to an estimated slightly lower 70.7% of nominal GDP at the end of 2026. NAD, the Nassau Airport Development Company, will begin a $6.5 million rehabilitation of a major section of Lynden Pindling International Airport's runway 1432. That's expected to begin today, with the runway expected to close completely during the first 3 to 4 weeks of the project. That said, work will be carried out on roughly 400,000 square feet of runway. Is expected to be completed by October 31st. Company adding that during the closure, all aircraft operations will transition to LPIA's runway 1028, while 1432 will reopen for limited use during later phases of construction. Caribbean governments, sovereign wealth funds, and institutional investors are being invited to participate in investment programs supporting the Dangote refinery, but the government is not participating in the initial public offering. That's according to Minister of Economic Affairs Michael Halkitis. In a press statement on the matter released by Marob Strategies and Consulting, DIFC, explaining that the $1 billion underwriting program for Dangote Petroleum Refinery and Petrochemicals includes a $600 million private placement that has already been completed and funded, along with $400 million underwriting commitment supporting the planned IPO. And 26 Bahamas students receiving practical exposure to careers in engineering, architecture, environmental science, and island development through Braun's inaugural Braun Academy, as the company seeks to develop a stronger pipeline of local talent for technical professions. Read more on these stories in today's Guardian Business section. In your Market Watch, recapping trading on the BISX from Friday, market movers APD Limited moving 1,000 shares, closing at 51.50, up $1. Bahamas First moving 1,230, down 3 cents to 225. Cable Bahamas moving 2,660, unchanged at 360. Galena Holdings moving 1,350, unchanged at 1798. Consolidated Water up 5 cents, closing at 5.95. And Emira Incorporated closing at 12.30, down 40 cents. The BISX All Share Index closing at 3,231.15, up 0.61. That's your Market Watch, and that is your morning business report brought to you by CFAL, growing wealth for future generations. And tune in to CFAL Talks tonight at 6:30 p.m. right here on Guardian Radio 96.9. Deandra Cartwright, thank you so much for being here this morning.
Thank you so much, Dwight. Strachan. It's always a pleasure to start off my Mondays, my week with you.
All right, can't wait to see you again next week, Monday. I'll see you then. And I'll be back tomorrow morning with more Morning Blend and Morning Blend Business right here on Guardian Radio 96.9. Dwight Strachan, have a great day, everybody. Stay tuned for On the Clock with Aaron Green coming up next.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app, Nassau, Bahamas.